Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook. St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Rough Rider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery services available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did.
Well, good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to Grand Lake Health Systems Field in St. Mary's, Ohio, the home of the St. Mary's Memorial High School Rough Riders. As tonight we bring you the second season, if you will. It's playoff time here in Rider Country. And tonight, the St. Mary's Rough Riders will host the Miami Trace Panthers. I'm Joe Hurlbert. I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action. Alongside me, Zach Farrell. And Zach, I talked to somebody as they entered the ball game, and they said, finally, we got actual football weather. I mean, there's no wind. It's a little crisp. The skies are clear, so it should be an absolutely picture-perfect night for football.
Joe, I was thinking as we were coming in here, my earliest memories of Rough Rider football are when the weather was like this.
Yeah.
You know, walking to Skip Stadium from my grandparents' house on Perry Street, walking with the crisp air and the crunching of the leaves. This feels like football weather. Yep. We usually get this a couple times in the regular season, but we had to wait for the playoffs. But it's nice that it's here. Game time temperature right now is 52 degrees. Thank you, Jackalope Stash. And we are about 15 minutes away from kickoff here.
You know, when you talk about the crisp coolness of the season as the football season wore off when I played, you know, now they start the football season in about the third week of August. When I was in school, they started at about the second week of September.
Wow.
So it played on into November, so it wasn't uncommon to play the final two ball games with snow on the ground. But
yeah, and now we've got the expanded playoffs, so this is an extra week. They did move it back now again, and here we are, six rounds now to get to the state championship game, and Riders want to take it 1 week at a time.
Absolutely. This is the Region 3, Division 3, Region 12 first-round game. Of course, then they'll go quarterfinals, semifinals, and regional finals. And then they'll go state semis, and then they'll crown a championship in about 6 weeks. But nonetheless, tonight's opponent, the Miami Trace Panthers, under the head coaching direction of Jerry Williams. They come out of the Frontier Conference, a conference that is only 7 teams strong, but they finished the regular season 7-3 overall. And in their conference, they finished 3-2. They were second in the conference as far as where they placed. They come in, they average about 24 points a ball game. Of course, the Riders come in, they're averaging about 35 points a ball game. The information that I have received is that the Miami Trace has 2 players that are highly recruited by Division I schools, and one of them happens to be their running back, Julian Baker, who's averaging about 105 yards a game rushing, and he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, looking at their team, it was interesting. I was looking at their schedule, and out of conference. I'm thinking, what's this about? So imagine that, playing 5 games out of conference and then just 5 games in conference. It's interesting, that whole area down there. in the league that they're in. We don't hear about a lot of those teams making waves in the playoffs, but watching them on film, they've got a lot of good athletes and a lot of it's hard to describe, almost max-size kids. So not as big of some of the WBL teams that we've seen, but a lot of their players remind me a lot of the St. Henry players.
Absolutely, and when you talk about the pairing, of course, obviously they come in as the number 9 seed. The Roughriders come in as the number 8 seed. And, when 8 and 9 play, they're pretty evenly matched. Now, I think a lot of it will go strength of schedule. I don't know how strong their conference is. But obviously they play their 5 non-conference game. They play a pretty strong schedule.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns tonight, it feels like. I didn't recognize a lot of their opponents to say, oh, well, that's usually a pretty good team, and here's how they played against them.
Right.
So it's going to be exciting. Anything could happen tonight. I hope the Riders are ready for it and prepared. They got the home field advantage, and this is the seniors know that this is probably their last game on this field, unless somebody pulls off a huge upset for next week.
Absolutely.
But otherwise, they're probably going to be, if they win, they're going to be traveling. So they get another chance at the last game on this field at home, and I'm sure they want to make the most of it.
Yeah, one of the things that we just mentioned is traveling, and to give you some idea as to where Miami Trace is, they're out of Washington Courthouse, and if you remember a few years ago when we played London, they're even farther south than London. It took them about 2 hours plus to get here by bus. So, but that is the result of the expanded regions in order to get 16 teams in each region. So, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to take a closer look at both Miami Trace and the St. Mary's Roughriders when we come back right after this.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Hey there, Rough Rider Country. If you need a van, truck, car, SUV, motorcycle, camper, boat, or any other form of transportation, come on down to Shaft Auto Sales. I know you got vehicle needs, and I got needs too. I need to know that you got the right kind of truck to get the job done. And I need to know that you got a fun set of wheels to cruise around in. And I need to know that your kids are safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Aaron High, the car guy.
I'm Aaron High, the car guy with Shaft Auto Sales. I sell cars to Rough Rider fans, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Are you looking for a fun place to grab a bite to eat and a few drinks? Then stop by Roots Pub on Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's. The kitchen is open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. The food menu still has all the classic favorites, but now also has some tasty new options. Roots Pub always has the game on and has live entertainment every weekend from some of the best bands around. Check out our Facebook page for a full entertainment schedule and daily food specials. Roots Pub, your go-to place for great food, cold drinks, and a fun atmosphere.
TSC is bringing fiber optic high-speed internet to your rural community. Power your household with upload and download speeds as high as 1 gigabit. GigaSpire technology provides blazing fast speeds and whole home coverage so you can enjoy an unrivaled online experience. At TSC, we look forward to bringing you hometown local service, saving you money, and welcoming you to the TSC Gigahood.
Laura Yelton's State Farm, servicing the St. Mary's area since 1989. With your life, home, and auto insurance needs. Call or stop in today and see Laura or Logan Yelton for a free quote. Go Rough Riders!
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, Proud to be a supporter of the Roughrider community.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future. And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlwood alongside Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station, bringing you the first round of the Division III Region 12 State High School Football Playoffs. And, of course, it'll be the Miami Trace Panthers against the St. Mary's Roughriders. Zach, we talked a little bit about Miami Trace. Let's do some comparison numbers. Of course, Miami Trace comes in offensively, rushing the football, averaging 156 yards per game. The Roughriders pretty much double that, 341 yards per game. Their passing attack is 105 yards per game. Of course, they've got us by a long shot on that. We're only averaging about 12 yards per game through the air. And there may come a point in time when we may have to put the ball in the air a little bit more than that. But anyhow, total offense, 261 for Miami Trace, 353 for the Roughriders. And I said earlier, the Miami Trace averaging about 24 points a game. The Roughriders averaging about 35 points per game. You see on our screen is the St. Mary's VFW Post 9287 and the Chained Eagles of Ohio, as well as the St. Mary's American Legion Post 323 as they present our nation's colors. They'll walk the length of the football field, and then we'll have the playing of our national anthem. But nonetheless, let's take a look at the Roughriders. And, of course, Dominic Osborne finished the season as the team's leading rusher, 187 yards rushing, 1,155 yards. 19 TDs, averages 6.2 yards per rush. It's not too shabby.
No, he's looked excellent, especially in the second half of the season. Over 1,000 yards for the season. Unfortunately, Colton Mabry missed a couple games. Otherwise, we may have two rushers getting up there. But anything can happen in the playoffs, and he's certainly working his way up to that level, right?
Well, Colton Mabry has 151 carries, 832 yards, so it's not inconceivable that he could hit the 1,000-yard plateau if the Riders, even tonight or even advanced into next week. So He has a chance to finish with over 1,000 yards. So that's good, and that just to me just goes how improved our offensive line is.
You talked a little bit about the rushing offense for Miami Trace. And, of course, what I'm thinking about is that the Roughriders have the top rushing defense in the WBL. Mm-hmm. We've seen them absolutely shut down rushing offenses all season. They have not done as well on the passing defense.
No, that's true.
But they've done very well on the rushing defense, and they're going to need it tonight because Miami Trace is bringing in a triple option, a lot of pistol and shotgun rushes, and so there's going to be a lot of different looks from Miami Trace tonight.
Right now on the field, the St. Mary's All-Brass Band is getting ready to perform the national anthem for the crowd here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. We're going to step away. We're going to come back. We'll have the start of tonight's ball game right after this.
Explore Jackalope Stash Men's Clothing Store located in downtown St. Mary's for all of your men's clothing needs. Here at this brick-and-mortar haberdashery, you will find clothing needs for every formal or informal occasion, making any man who shops at Jackalope Stash the best dressed in the room. Do you have an upcoming wedding, dance, or date night? Get fitted for a dapper tuxedo or fashionable suit. Quality, style, stash. Jackalope Stash. Visit us online, or better yet, come see us in downtown St. Mary's, where riders shop.
Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals, going the extra mile.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
Yeah.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along wherever you might be watching tonight's ball game. Of course, you see on your screen the Rough Riders have made their way to the sideline, and we're waiting for the arrival of the Miami Trace Panthers. Of course, they are making their way onto the field. There you see them on your screen. And, of course, when you look at Miami Trace as a unit, they don't have a lot of players. Their roster doesn't compile a lot of numbers, but nonetheless, they've got some pretty good athletes. As I mentioned, Trey Robinette is their quarterback. He's a 6'3" senior. He was second in their conference in passing with 1,054 yards, and he's averaging about 105 yards through the game. Well, when you look at 1,054, I just kind of wonder, in my opinion, if that's just the conference statistic and not all the other games.
Yeah. I don't want to downplay them because they could come out here and kick our butt, but from watching them on film, I didn't see the size that I see in the WBL, especially across the line, and I definitely saw a lack of depth. I mean, you can look right now on your screen. That's their entire football team that you see across the way. So we're not going to see a two-platoon team tonight across the field. Hopefully the Riders are able to take advantage of that and work them down. And if they do if Miami Trace does put up a good game in the first half, maybe that will start helping the Riders pull away in the second half.
Things that I've heard prior to entering the stadium tonight is that they've got good people at skilled positions, their quarterback, their receivers, Julian Baker rushing the football. But the weakness of the Miami Trace Panthers is their offensive and defensive lines.
Yeah, a little bit undersized and not a lot of depth. So if one of them goes down or they get banged around too much, they don't have a lot of backups coming back that can come in and take those positions either.
Well, the Rough Riders will receive the kickoff to start this ball game. Back to receive the kickoff is Noah Dixon and Jacob Kessler. Both will be standing at about the 5-yard line. Kicking the football off for Miami Trace is Levi Morrison, a 6'3" senior. This kickoff is being brought to you by our friends out at Varsity Lanes. We want to say hey to those folks out there watching it on Rider Nation Station tonight. So this is kind of interesting because a lot of teams in the Western Buckeye League know that we've got dangerous return men. They kick it short. They don't know a lot about our receivers, so they may play us straight up.
Yeah, I wondered if they saw it on film. I'm sure I'm sure they checked enough film that they saw that they figured there was a reason why people weren't kicking it deep. Yeah. But you never know. Maybe they'll take a chance.
And they don't. So they kick it short. And Colton Mabry picks it up. He's to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Still going, and he is brought down at about the 47-yard line. And keep in mind, last week against the Bath Wildcats, the average yard of start for the offense was the opponent's 49-yard line. And this is a great way to start this ball game.
Absolutely. This is what we saw last week really make the difference because the St. Mary's Riders, and that's something that we need to watch tonight, they gave the ball away 3 times last week.
Right.
If they didn't have that kind of field position all night, it could have been a very different ball game against Bath.
Good point. Full house in the backfield. Aina Minerding calls the signals. We'll turn, give the ball to Mabry. We'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. Just underway from Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Glad to have you along on Rider Nation Station. Ross Bowman in. Jack Snethkemp checks out, as does Caleb Schmidt. So we'll find out early on in this ball game just how strong their defensive front is against our strong offensive line. The number 1 rushing team in the Western Buckeye League. Here comes Kessler, and he's going to gain maybe a half yard. Official says the ball was down, so it'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 for the Rough Riders.
Well, I thought the Riders had a pretty good surge on the 1st down up the middle. They tried to the outside there with Kessler, and Miami Trace had a very quick linebacker that got out there and covered that well.
Jerry Amborski out over the ball for the Rough Riders, full house in the backfield. Meinerding calls the signals. Long count at the line of scrimmage. Turn, give the ball to
Schmidt.
Who was it?
Caleb Schmidt.
Caleb Schmidt. It's going to be a Fowler TV first down, so the Rough Riders get a fresh set of downs. They'll move the sticks, 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. The ball will be placed at the Miami Trace 37-yard line.
Well, so far, Miami Trace is just playing way too high for the Rough Rider wing T offense. You can see as the ball snapped, they're standing up, and we're running past them.
Tackle was made. I'm not really sure. Number 80, I believe, was made the tackle. But if it wasn't for him,
Jansen
Smith. If it wasn't for him, Caleb Schmidt would be standing in the end zone.
Yeah, a lot of space to run there from Schmidt. Good job still up front from the Rider offensive line.
Fowler TV first down. Here comes Osborne. He'll get about a yard on the play. So I would think, Zach, right now in the early goings, it's almost kind of like a boxing match. You're just trying to feel each other out. You're going to try to run some plays to see where their strengths and their weaknesses are, and they'll capitalize them and maybe adjust their offense to attack those weaknesses later on.
Yeah, the Riders will try some different formations, see how they line up against them, and they'll know later on then if some of those other formations will work better.
Osborne on the carry again.
Nice little trap by Osborne. Did a good job of jumping over the pile and gaining some yards. Unfortunately, he kind of ran sideways, so only got 2 yards out of that, even though he ran for a lot.
We'll call it 3rd and 7 for the blue and the gold. 9:07 remaining here in the early goings. First quarter action from Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Want to send Kessler wide to the right. Mabry in the wing to the left. Turn. Here comes the counter back to Mabry. And they're going to shut this one down. So I think Mabry had a little bobbled the football, I believe. I don't think he got a clean handoff.
We'll watch this again. Nice counter. A lot of guys flying that way, but not really well blocked over here. A lot of guys on the right side of the line.
Nice stop by Malachi Jones. So it'll be 4th down, and we're going to call it 6. The Rough Riders are going to go for it. Kessler wide to the left. Dixon in the slot. Turn. Meinerding is going to throw the football. And he is going to be tackled for a loss. But if you look down in the field, I don't know if you saw it or not, Kessler and the DB got their feet tangled up, and they both went to the turf. So I think, in all honesty, if Kessler could have stayed up, this one would have been 6 points. But you can't see it on your screen. But downfield there at about the 5-yard line, they got tangled up. So the result is turnover on downs for the Rough Riders. It'll be Miami Trace's football, 1st and 10. The first time we'll get to see their offense tonight.
Disappointing start for the Rough Rider offense, really marching down the field. Miami Trace bucks up and gets a big stop there.
Trey Robinette, their quarterback, 6'3" and senior. Again, they're a triple option offense. Julian Baker, the 6-foot sophomore, on the carry. We'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. Now, I had heard, and they're gonna run to the line of scrimmage, no huddle. Quick pitch out to Baker. String it out. Good job there by
I think Noah Dixon on the tackle.
Picks up a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 2. And I heard this, that Julian Baker, as a sophomore, is already being looked at by Purdue. Robinette will roll to the right. He's going to let it go, and the pass is
We're going to say
incomplete.
Incomplete. Didn't see the officials make a lot of.
I didn't either.
St. Mary's guys called it incomplete, and that's what it was apparently.
We'll see it on our Larry Schaff auto sale replay. I don't see the ball going to the ground. It'll be 4th down and 2. I believe that'll force the Panthers into a punting situation, but they may, in the early goings, take a chance at it, and I believe they are.
They also will run a QB punt out of this.
Okay.
he's definitely set up like a long snap.
And there he goes. He backs up into the punting position, so Robinette will do the punting. And we've got a flag on the play, and it's a delay of game. A Roots penalty pub flag on the play, a delay of game. The play clock ran out, so they'll reset it, and they'll march him back 5 yards. So this could be a benefit for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, it takes the going for it on fourth down totally out of it. Not that it didn't look like they were going to anyway, but
well, they're going to line up in this situation again, and then they're going to back up. They'll send Evan Colgrove wide to the left. It's tipped. The official said it was tipped. So they just get out of the way. Yeah, if you
Kessler thought about grabbing it there. Did you see that?
Yeah, if you look, and we see this on the replay, you'll see the referee in the white hat. He tipped it. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Rough Riders. The ball will be placed at their own 38-yard line. We'll see if they can move the football a little bit more consistent than they did in the first series.
Yeah, good job by the defense stepping up. No first downs. Really surprised that Miami Trace didn't keep running the ball. They were running pretty well.
Yeah.
Tried to throw it there and got themselves behind on fourth down.
Osborne on the sweep left. He'll get the corner. He'll get to the 50, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down at the 43-yard line of Miami Trace. So that'll be a Fowler TV first down. Let's move the sticks, and let's do it again.
Osborne breaking a lot of tackles on that run. Those slippery hips, as Coach Bro Fry likes to say.
Caleb Schmidt still on his feet. Takes a host of Panthers to bring him to the turf. But not after he picks up about 7 yards on the play. We'll call it second down and 3.
Great job. Riders' offensive line needs to realize that there's going to be a lot of opportunities to block downfield tonight, I think. Not a lot of tackling happening at the line of scrimmage. Get downfield, get some blocks.
We got movement. Dominic Osborne moves, so that's a Roots pub penalty flag. He'll move the ball back. And these are the things that, drive coaches crazy, because you're only about 3 yards away from a first down. Now you're going to find yourself 8 yards away from a first down, second down.
Yeah, and they knew that Miami Trace was going to be shifting a lot before the snap. They're going to jump in a lot of different formations. That can really screw up a wing T offense sometimes, because you are so focused on where you're going to block and who you're going to block, and if they move at the last second, it can screw that up.
Right.
But you can't jump.
Schmidt lowers his head, and he'll get about half of that back, so we'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. Then we'll call it third down and 5.
Good down block from Xander Post coming down on the linebacker on the far side.
Here comes Mabry. He's going to the right side. He's to the 30. He's got the corner. He's to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Yes! It's a Jackalope Stash touchdown. Boy, he got to about the 1 or 2 yard line and dove into the end zone. And I'll tell you, just excellent effort by Colton Mabry as the Rough Riders strike first blood on the American Legion scoreboard at the 5:28 mark. 6-0.
Good hard run from Colton Mabry, breaking tackles, getting down to the goal line and not being denied. You get that close, you love to see your running backs.
Oh, yeah.
Stick the ball out, get it in there.
Got a nose for the end zone. Brady Triplett out of the hold of Luke Rammel. Snap is back, kick is up, and the kick is good. So let's hold on.
False start.
Yeah, I thought, in all honesty, I saw somebody hitch. So it's against the Rough Riders, that Roots pub penalty against the Rough Riders. They'll move it back 5. That's a big penalty as well.
Yeah, it shouldn't. 5 yards means a lot more in high school than it does in college or NFL for an extra point.
Absolutely.
But I think I got faith in Triplett. He's made some long field goals this year.
Yes, he has. So we'll do it all over. Snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:28 remaining in the first quarter, the Rough Riders 7, the Miami Trace Panthers nothing. Back with the Varsity Lanes kickoff right after this. Alrighty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field, where the Rough Riders have scored first. They lead on the American Legion scoreboard by a score of 7-0. This Varsity Lanes kickoff is being brought to you by our friends at Varsity Lanes.
Nice way to recover for the offense, march down the field, keep the ball on the ground, make some nice play calling there. Ran it up the middle when they needed to and then switched it outside. Miami Trace was definitely not as ready for it on that drive.
Triplett raises his hands and he approaches the football. Kick comes down to Colgrove, I believe.
Yep, number 20. Took it about the 4-yard line. Just got out just past the 20-yard line. Pretty good coverage there. Not a lot of threat really looking from the kick return team for Miami Trace.
So Miami Trace will have it for the second time here in the first quarter. 5:22 remaining on the American Legion scoreboard. First quarter action. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along. First and 10. The ball is placed at the Panther 22-yard line. Robinette, 3-step drop, and he'll quickly throw it out to, I believe, is it 88?
It's 28, Austin
28?
Brown.
Okay. Austin Brown. So those short passes just like that we've seen over the last couple of weeks with Elida, Van Wert did them, and Bath. Those short pass routes cause the Rough Rider defense problems.
Yeah, that was interesting. It almost seemed like a delayed route, like he started to block first and then sort of just leaked out there.
Here comes the option. Robinette's got the football. He's at the 50-yard line. He's still going. Tackled by Noah Dixon and Jacob Kessler, but not before he picks up big chunks of yardage and moves the ball deep, or moves it into Rough Rider territory.
I don't know about you, but he tricked me. I thought number 3 had the ball. And
well, that must be part of that triple option mentality, because they can do a lot.
Well, they've seen probably on film that St. Mary's has struggled with a mobile quarterback in some of those open area running situations.
Robinette drops straight back, got a little bit of pressure, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Good pressure being put on there by number 79, Matt Murray, the big fella. Pass was intended for Austin Brown, no good. It'll be second down and 10. The ball is placed at the Rough Rider 39-yard line.
Good pressure and even better coverage downfield. Nowhere to go with the ball.
Give the ball to Baker. We'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it second down. Excuse me, it'll be third down and 6. This will Minster Bank money down for the Rough Rider defense.
Great home crowd here for the Riders. They're getting loud, stomping their feet. It's a big third down here.
Loud and proud. Quick swing pass out to Baker. He's got the first down. He breaks a tackle, still on his feet. And he's brought down at about the 23-yard line of St. Mary's, so they'll move the sticks. First down for the Panthers.
Well executed and well blocked out there. Number 28 and I think number 2 for Miami Trace did a good job of getting in front of their guys and letting Julian Baker do the rest. He's a tough running back inside. It's even harder when he's out in space like that.
1st and 10, Panthers. Robinette. I'll tell you what, I thought he gave it to the first guy through the line, but apparently he pulled it out, and that's that triple option.
It's a good fake that he's got there.
Gain of about 5. We'll call it 2nd down and 5 for the Panthers. Ball is placed at the Roughrider 18-yard line.
Yeah, that triple option, he's got a really good fake on that triple option.
Evan Colgrove on the carry.
Gain of 2. Bring up 3rd down and 3 from the Rider 16.
This is a Minster Bank money down for the Rough Rider defense. We'll call it 3rd down and 3. Lone setback, I believe, is Baker, or it might be Colgrove. That's Baker. Robinette back. Pass over the middle to Sky Sailors, and he scores. Touchdown, Miami Trace, and they are on the American Legion scoreboard with their first points of the night.
Well, that was a similar-looking touchdown pass as Bath had for their first touchdown last week. Just a little out route. Number 7 works around there. We're having a little bit of replay issues. We apologize for the freezing there, but we'll try to work on that and get it fixed here.
Levi Morrison on to attempt the point after. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 1:56 remaining in the first quarter here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field on the American Legion scoreboard, Riders 7, Panther 7. Back in a moment.
Are you in the need of storage space? At Spring Street Storage, we have several units to help organize your life. From 10 by 10 to 10 by 30, we have units to keep your valuables dry and clean. We offer monthly rentals and long-term discounts. Give us a call at 567-279-1536 for all your storage needs.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
All righty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. This kickoff return is being brought to you by our friends at Varsity Lanes. Levi Morrison will kick the football off for the Panthers. The first time they kicked it off to start the football game was a squib kick that went to Colton Mabry, who returned it to the Rough Riders the Panther 47-yard line. So we'll see what they do now. They're running out of options. It seems like everybody's kicked it to Mabry.
Yeah, it's.
Well, this is an onside kick. And the ball's still, and they recovered it, but we've got a Roots Pub penalty flag on the field. It's laying at about the 41-yard line. All right, so it's an encroachment call on the kickoff team. So they'll do it again. They'll move the ball back. So the Rough Riders get a break.
Very fortunate there. If you're not going to kick it deep and you're going to give them a chance to run it back that far, it's kind of like you might as well just try an onside kick, right?
Exactly.
If I'm St. Mary's, I'm almost thinking about putting my hands team in.
You would think. Well, so now Morrison will kick the football off at their own 35-yard line. I think these special team unit of the Rough Riders front line folks got their eyes open on that one.
Yep. It's pretty amazing when you have a kickoff in the first quarter and they're afraid to kick it deep.
That was touched by the Roughriders. I thought the ball is loose on the field. Miami Trace says they've got the football. Luke Bourne says the Riders have it, and Miami Trace comes up with it. So that's a big play by Miami Trace Panthers, and we got a player down at the 50-yard line. Looks like he's holding his left knee. So I'll tell you what we're going to do with the score 7-7 on the American Legion scoreboard, 1:52 remaining here in the first quarter. We're going to step away. We'll be right back.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Roughrider first down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. 1:52 remaining here. The injured player is still making his way off the field. It looked like it's number 17. That's Joe Reinscheld.
Yeah, it looks like a knee injury there, but good that he's able to walk off on his own. Disappointing, you knew the onside kick was coming and unable to get on the ball there.
Yeah, I think one of the first things you do to retrieve an onside kick is just fall on the ball and try not to pick it up and do anything special with it. Just fall on the football.
Yep. That one definitely got, looked like, I couldn't tell exactly who, but the Roughrider player was trying to fall on it, and it just got kind of between his legs. And there's a lot more Miami Trace guys there than Roughriders.
Ball gets a little active.
I'm guessing we'll see the hands team next kickoff.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Miami Trace. They have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the top of your screen. Robinette is flushed out of the pocket. He's going to throw this one out of bounds. Gage Stuckey was out there, the 6'2 senior, but was thrown out of bounds. So it'll bring up 3rd down and a long 9. This is a Minster Bank money down for this Roughrider defense. 1:11 remaining here in the first quarter. You see it on the lower left-hand portion of your screen. Robinette drops. Here comes Hertenstein, and he's going to throw it. Well,
they're going to say that 7 was in the area. That was otherwise that was going to be a grounding call, but they're sending out their punt team anyway.
So good job by A.J. Hertenstein, who just had his sights set on Robinette, and I'll tell you what, forced him to throw the ball out of bounds. And so the Panthers avoid a big sack, and they're going to go into punt formation as Trey Robinette will do the punting. I believe Noah Dixon is the lone player back.
Ooh, almost blocked again.
Yep, that was Noah Dixon. It kind of resembled Trey Moore there for a while, but it was Noah Dixon. Smart move.
Yeah, good job. That was a close call.
Is that who you said?
A close call on that catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it was Dixon a couple of times. But
oh, you did?
You're good. You're good.
Oh, I didn't hear you. All right, so the Roughriders have it 1st and 10. The ball is at their own 9-yard line. 58 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Full house in the backfield.
Looked like he got grabbed up by the neck or face mask region, but nothing called. It's a big gain, though. 5 yards right there.
Caleb
I
Schmidt.
think the Riders just need to keep it inside the tackles.
Mm-hmm. 2nd down and 5 for the Rough Riders as they go to the full house backfield. Turn, give the ball to Mabry. Mabry's going to turn upfield, and he'll be a little short of the Fowler TV. Well, nope, they say they got it. So they're going to move the chains as the Rough Riders pick up a Fowler TV first down. Ball will be placed at the 19-yard line. Game clock is ticking. We'll see if the Rough Riders will let the clock run out or if they'll go to the line of scrimmage and try to get one more play in before the quarter ends. Kessler wide to the left. Caleb Schmidt on the carry, and that's going to end the first quarter with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. The Rough Riders 7, Panther 7. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
In need of a marketing idea for your business or organization? From concept to execution, we are your go-to for promotional products, signage, apparel, print materials, graphic design, and fundraising. Freedom Marketing Strategies is a Rough Rider-owned business with over 50 years of marketing, graphic design, and fundraising support. Call Sissy or Gail today to get started.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health System Field. Joe Hurlburt, Zach Farrell, as you hear the clapping in the press box as they recognize that this is Denny Sisco's last game here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field as he will be hanging up the headsets. He's been doing this for quite some time, and before joining WKKI was actually, there you see the banner on the screen. He was also the sports editor at the Evening Leader at one point in time.
We appreciate his dedication.
Absolutely.
20 years.
Wing to the right. Rough Riders turn. Counter comes back. Here comes Osborne. Osborne will pick up a first down, and he was brought down, but not before he reached the 36-yard line of St. Mary's. So it'll be a Fowler TV first down. Move the sticks. Good jobs on the counter.
What I love about Osborne's running is when he breaks his tackles, he's got the ball so well secured.
Yeah.
You never worry about him swinging it outside or having it out there to be hit or anything like that. He keeps it tucked in as he's breaking the tackles.
And here he comes again. Squares his shoulders, a couple of men to beat. He's still on his feet, and he is thrown down. But another Fowler TV first down. Nice run by Dominic Osborne as he goes into Panther territory. They'll place it at the Panther 45-yard line.
Yeah, gets his guardian cap ripped a little bit. He doesn't mind. Continues to plug away.
Yep, another Fowler TV first down. Looks like the Rough Riders are overloading the right side. Oh, and that's not going to work.
Kobe Reineke's pointing at the other side saying they yelled something out or they jumped or something, but it doesn't get called very much.
No, it doesn't. Roots pub penalty flag moves the ball back 5 yards, so the ball will be placed right at midfield. We'll call it 1st and 15 for St. Mary's. Kessler will come wide to the left. False start again by the Rough Riders. Of course, Dominic Osborne now pointing to the other side, thinking that the defense is calling the cadence.
That was Will Glass that time, the right guard.
So here's what that I think happens. Two false start penalties almost now makes your offensive line a little bit hesitant to go on the actual count. Long count by Minerding. Good job by the line holding their own. Caleb Schmidt. He'll get to about the 49-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be second down. And about 16 for the Rough Riders.
Oh, no need to panic here yet.
No.
First and 20 isn't good, but you've been getting 10, 15 yards on some of these runs.
Yeah.
So I don't think any reason to start airing it out yet.
Kessler split to the left. They're going up to it. They're going up top, and there's Kessler. And he's got the football. Absolutely. What a catch by Jacob Kessler. A Roots Pub penalty flag for defensive interference.
They're going to decline that.
Absolutely. It's going to be declined. So that's a big play. Nice throw by Minerding. Nice catch by Kessler. Rough Riders are in business.
Great poise from Minerding there. Guys in his face. Put a beautiful ball down the field.
Fowler TV first down, and not only that, it puts the Rough Riders in the Sean Barnett Electrical red zone.
41-yard pass.
Nice.
Joe. Just as I said, we didn't need to air it out. What do I know?
That's why we're here.
Look at that, right in his face. Man coming there, steps to the side.
Well, you can't set it in there any better than that. Full house in the backfield to see what the Riders can do with this. First and goal at the 10 for St. Mary's. Long count. Caleb Schmidt on the carry will get about a yard on the play, so it'll be second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Gain of 1, it'll bring up second and goal from the 9-yard line.
Riders have struggled a little bit inside the 10-yard line this year.
Full house in the backfield. Here comes Osborne. And he's going to be brought down at the 6-yard line.
Dominic Osborne.
As I mentioned, the Riders are in the Sean Barnett Electrical Red Zone. We want to thank Sean Barnett Electrical for sponsoring our Red Zone all season long, as well as all of our sponsors this season. So it'll be third down and goal. The ball is placed at the 6-yard line. I would think, well, maybe not. I'm not going to speculate. I think this would be 2-down territory, but we got somebody that can kick a field goal from there, so we'll just have to wait and see. Dominic Osborne, touchdown. Jackalope Stash style. And, of course, now we don't have to worry about it.
Great play call. Good blocking up front.
Well, I'll tell you what, look at the hole.
Yeah, watch everybody flow left, right.
Wow.
Watch, can we get another replay on that? I think number 52. 22. Watch 22 back there for Miami Trace.
He's going with the fake.
Going with the fake. That's the beauty of the wing tee sometimes.
Brady Triplett on for the Jackalope Stash point after. Luke Rammel will hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:06 remaining here in the first half, Rough Riders on top on the American Legion scoreboard, 14-7. Back with the Varsity Lanes kickoff right after this.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
Alrighty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, and it's 14-7 on the American Legion scoreboard. We failed to mention at the onset of our broadcast that there are, I believe, 6 teams in the Western Buckeye League that are in first-round action tonight. So 7.
7 teams, yeah.
7 teams, yep.
And want to give good luck to all of them.
Yes.
Hope they all get big wins for the conference or for the league.
Well, hopefully throughout the course of the ball game, we'll be able to pass along some scores as we get them. So this kickoff is being brought to you by Varsity Lanes in St. Mary's. Evan Colgrove back to receive the kickoff. And I cannot see from here the far person, but Evan Colgrove is nearest to us. Triplet. Colgrove is to the 20, to the 25, and he'll dive forward to about the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Miami Trace Panthers at the 27-yard line.
Ball will be placed at the Panther 27-yard line.
Well, the defense got a big stop last time Miami Trace had the ball. Miami Trace, for whatever reason, went to trying to throw the ball 3 or 4 times that last time and couldn't connect on it. I don't know why they don't just keep running it. St. Mary's has not shown a great job of being able to stop that triple option, but I'm happy that they didn't.
Trey Robinette in the shotgun, fakes the handoff and keeps it, and he'll dive forward for about 3 yards.
Much better job that time from the Roughrider defense on the option.
The winner of this game will take on the winner of the number 1 seed and the 16 seed, which is Tip City, the number 1 seed, and Oxford Talawanda, the number 16 seed. So depending on how that fares out and how this one fares out, the two winners will meet. So we'll call it 2nd down and 8. The ball at the 29-yard line. Robinette pitches it to Baker, and the Rough Riders are there.
Great job from the defense, engulfing the running back out there. Nowhere to go.
Nice job by the Rough Rider defense. I saw Owen Ott coming off the pile, and it looked like when they started diving to the ground, it looked like the ball might have come loose, but it did not. But nonetheless, we'll give them a loss of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 13. Ball is at the Panther 24-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Robinette rolls, and he's got a little bit of room to run. Oh, nice job.
Taylor Compton.
Wow.
We've
nice
seen
stop.
that all year, haven't we? In open field, that's who you want trying to catch a guy.
Taylor Compton right now there by the referee. Dive and got it. Nice job by Taylor Compton. That'll bring up 4th down. Noah Dixon back to receive the punt.
Need to watch for a fake here, too, I think. You know, there's a point where they're just going to start going for it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
1-step punter. Ball hits on the turf. Noah Dixon, get away from it. Yeah, don't even get close to it. Jeez. All right, the ball is blown dead at the Rough Rider 22-yard line, so the Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10. 14-7 on the American Legion scoreboard. Your Rough Riders are on top here in the first half of the first round of the Division III Region 12 playoffs.
Joe, looking around the WBL, Wapakoneta is up on Franklin right now, 28-0.
Wow.
Salina is losing to the McNicholas, 7-3. OG is up on Galleon, 7-0. Elida is up on Shelby, 14-13. Bath is up on Carlisle, 21-14, and Defiance is up on Bowling Green, 24-0.
Wow. They fake the reverse. Osborne still has the football, 1 man to beat, and he's going to be tackled at the 40-yard line, but not before he has a Fowler TV 1st down. That's nice right there on the Larry Schaff Auto Sales replay. You got a good view of it.
Osborne had 85 yards on the night and 1 touchdown, averaging 10.6 yards a rush. Colton Mabry, 4 rushes for 47 yards, averaging 11.8 yards a rush.
Kessler split out wide to the left. Here comes Noah Dixon. He's got the corner. He's at the 45-yard line, and he'll go out of bounds. Maybe just shy of the 50. We'll see where they mark it. Yeah, they're going to mark it down at the 49-yard line. Clock will stop. Good job by Noah. Gets a stiff arm in there. This will be a big score if the Rough Riders can put this one in the end zone.
Yeah, 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Marching down the field, if they can put this one in with little time left, that's kind of back-breaking at the end of the half here.
Yep. Osborne will dive forward. It'll be a Fowler TV first down inside Panther territory.
Keep in mind Miami Trace will get the ball back in the second half.
Right. Want to remind everybody along the way to stay tuned for our Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub halftime show. Of course, we've got our Rough Rider trivia, our Big Ralph Rider replay, and, of course, our special guests tonight are Dane Newlove and Brian Lynch. And they are going to talk about the script writer and how that all came about into being.
Should be fun. Script writers should be on the field while we're talking.
Mabry gets the corner. He's to the 45, the 40. Still on his feet. He'll be brought down at about the 31-yard line of Miami Trace. Another Fowler TV first down.
Another Rough Rider first down. Ball will be placed at the Panther 31-yard line.
Absolutely beautiful night for high school football.
Sure is. Field is down to 49 degrees.
Minor Ding turns. I believe it's Mabry on the carry.
We always said this was lineman weather, Joe.
Absolutely.
we got all the extra insulation.
Absolutely. You see it on your screen. 3:51 remaining here in the first half. Riders on top by a touchdown. Kessler wide to the left. Here comes Osborne. He's got blockers out front. He's got the corner, puts his head down, and he's going to go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Question. Do you think that pass kind of backed the defense off just a little bit?
I would think so, a little bit, but
not much. Because they know the Rough Riders only throw it maybe 2 or 3 times a game. That's the tendency.
You know, you can see right there on that replay, they're playing 4 guys back. And all year we've seen some teams bring all but 1 or 2 guys up to the line. So
Mabry, and he'll dive and get it to about the 20-yard line. So it should be a Fowler TV first down, and it will also put the Rough Rider offense in the Sean Barnett Electrical red zone. Dylan Fink. First carry for Dylan in the ball game. Nice job. Dominic Osborne getting up just a little bit slow, but a nice carry by Fink. We'll give him a gain of about 6 on the play. We'll call it second down and 4. Clock is ticking. 2:13 remaining here. Plenty of time for the Rough Riders to add another 7 to the score.
First time we've got to call Dylan Fink's name in a while.
Yeah.
Good to see him out there running hard.
Mabry. Be a Fowler TV first down. He's knocked out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. And it should make it first and goal. Ball is placed at the Panther 6-yard line.
Feels like St. Mary's has gone out of bounds so often that there should be more time on the clock than a minute 49, but they've done a good job of making sure when they don't go out that they use up all of that play clock.
Well, I would think as a Panther defense, you'd want to try to keep them in bounds and let the clock run. But that hasn't been the case. Rough Rider running backs are able to get out of bounds. I think that's Schmidt. No, that's
yeah, Caleb Schmidt. Number 56, Brady Sheets from Miami Trace came through the line right now.
From the Panther 6-yard line.
Ball is placed right in the middle of the field at the 6-yard line. Second down and goal.
It might be the first rush tonight that hasn't gained a yard.
Yeah. Oh, nice job. And he's still on his feet, Osborne, and he'll get it to the 5-yard line. The clock will continue to run. But I'll tell you what, he got out of the hands of a would-be tackler, number 4, Evan Millette.
Man alive, Dominic Osborne just
refused to go down.
Running on fire there.
Yeah. Man.
That's amazing. Look at this. Boom.
Got him,
boom.
and he should have been down there.
Should have
been down there. Yeah, nice run. Wing to the left. And we've got a Roots Pub penalty flag, and we've got movement again. Boy, that would drive me nuts. Boy, sometimes those are hard to overcome. Rough Riders have done it already here in the first half, but
it's tough when you've got a D-line that shifts like that. You're juiced up, you're ready to hit somebody, you're waiting for the count, and then they jump right at you, and you got to stay conscious about it, though.
They're jumping, and they're also calling their defensive signals, so it kind of can throw you off. 3rd and goal at the 10. Meinerding has the football, and he's going to be brought down. He'll be brought down at the 15-yard line, and he was slammed to the turf, but he's getting up. So we'll give it a loss of about 3 on the play.
Yeah. He had guys in his face right now, and he got slammed to the ground. Hope he's going to be okay.
He's coming to the sideline, and we've got 2 seconds remaining on the game clock. And I believe the Rough Riders, we got a timeout on the floor, from the field. Miller Funeral Home timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Rider Nation Station doesn't always use a motor coach for our travels, but when we do, we always choose Buckeye Charter Service and their courteous and professional drivers. For 36 years, Buckeye Charter has been helping clients with the long-distance drive, allowing clients to arrive to their destination on time and well-rested, whether it be for pleasure, work, school, or setting up to live stream high school football. For your travel needs to roll on down the road, contact Buckeye Charter, the official charter bus service of Rider Nation Station.
Already back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. We got 2 ticks of the clock remaining. We'll see if, the Rough Riders are going to go for a field goal, and on to attempt the field goal is Brady Triplett. Luke Rammel will hold. The ball will be placed down at the 22-yard line, so this is actually a 32-yard attempt. Now we got another Miller Funeral Home timeout called on the floor by Miami Trace. We'll take a break. Back in a moment.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach. If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance. Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Yow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
Already back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field for the final 2 ticks of the clock. Before we go into halftime, the Rough Riders' Brady Triplett will be attempting a 32-yard field goal as the ball will be placed at the Panther 22-yard line. Luke Rammel will hold. Now we got another Miller Funeral Home timeout called here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your health care needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
Alrighty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field for the final 2 seconds. I believe now the Panthers, in all honesty, still
have one more
timeout. So we'll see if they'll try to ice the kicker one more time, as Triplett will be on to attempt a 32-yard field goal. Snap is back, kick is up, and the kick is partially blocked. So the 2 seconds will run off the clock, and that's the end of the first half. With the score on the American Legion scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 14, the Miami Trace Panthers 7. We'll be back with the Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub halftime show right after this.
Oglaze Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or oglazeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Oglaze Equipment Rental.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
A question. I don't know if we have the graphic. It's coming to the St. Mary's Theater. It's a tribute to Chicago, and it's next Saturday, November 9th, so you can get your tickets to that online, and we hear that they are absolutely one excellent tribute band. And if you would actually have the tribute band and Chicago side by side, it would be very difficult to tell who was who. So that's coming up at the Grand Opera House next Saturday. You see it on your screen. Cincinnati Transit Authority, the music of Chicago. It's at 8 p.m. Seats are $30, so get it online. You can see it on your screen and get tickets for that event. It should be a great show.
What's your favorite Chicago song?
Oh, I liked 25 to 6 to 4.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. 25.
All right.
I also like Saturday in the Park.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Color My World was good.
Yep.
So, yeah, they got a lot of hits. One of my favorite bands growing up. So, if you get an opportunity, Grand Lake Theater, Grand Opera House next week. Our Rough Rider trivia question tonight is this, and we'll have a photo up on the screen. A 1948 Memorial High School graduate had 2 sons play in the 70s. His grandson was Lincoln Fox, and he was a 2000 grad, and he was an offensive lineman in the late 90s. Can you name this Rough Rider? Once again, a 1948 MHS grad, had 2 sons that played in the 70s. His grandson played in the late 90s. Can you name this Rough Rider? His photo is on the screen. So, Zach, for the Rough Riders in the first half, we'll take a look at the stats. I mean, they kind of shot themselves in the foot from time to time with some careless procedure penalties, but nonetheless, they were able to overcome them, and they lead this one 14-7.
Yeah, they're going to be disappointed that they didn't get any points on that last drive. Should have put it in the end zone. 21-7 would have looked a lot better than 14-7 right now.
I agree.
Miami Trace is going to get the ball back. They could easily get down the field and tie this one up.
Absolutely.
Riders have been dominating on offense, so got to get some points on the board there. Good job by the defense, only giving up 1 drive so far, but too many mistakes offensively and not taking advantage of their opportunity that they've had.
to me, I think a two-score lead, like a 21-7 at this point in time, would almost be a monumental task for Miami Trace with the style of offense they play to overcome. So if they had just put another 7 on the board, it may have been a different attitude of a Miami Trace coming out in the second half. But again, they're an explosive team. They're a big play team as well.
Yeah, they're playing extremely hard tonight. They're well disciplined. Reminds me a lot of St. Henry.
Yeah,
a lot of hard hitting. You just hope that we can keep wearing them down as the game goes.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at some of the numbers in the first half. I'm going to step away and give my headsets to Dane and Brian, and then, of course, we'll take a break after the stats. We'll come back, and you can have that interview with both of them. They'll talk about the script writers.
St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Guarneri's.
All right, welcome back to the Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria halftime show. I'm Zach Farrell. We're going to go through some of the statistics from that first half. First downs for St. Mary's 13, Miami Trace 4. Total yards, St. Mary's 255, Miami Trace 87. St. Mary's 1 for 1 on passing for that touchdown. Or not for a touchdown, 1 for 1 passing for 41 yards for Miami Trace, 4 for 8 passing for 1 touchdown, also 41 yards. Rushing, St. Mary's 33 rushes for 214 yards, Miami Trace 9 rushes for 46 yards. St. Mary's does have 1 fumble lost. I'm guessing that was on the. Thinking maybe that was counted. I don't remember a fumble on offense, so I think that was maybe counted on the onside kick. Here's a big one, though. 5 penalties for St. Mary's for 25 yards, just 2 penalties for 10 yards for Miami Trace. Third down conversions, 4 for 6 for St. Mary's, 2 for 5 for Miami Trace, 3 punts for Miami Trace, averaging 37.3 yards a punt. St. Mary's average drive start, their 30-yard line. Miami Trace's average drive start, their 35-yard line. Time of possession, St. Mary's doubling Miami Trace, 16 minutes and 15 seconds. Miami Trace, 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Aiden Meyerdings, 1 for 1 for 41 yards. Dominic Osborne, 11 rushes, 96 yards, averaging 8.7 yards per rush and has a touchdown. Caleb Schmidt, 9 rushes, 36 yards, averaging 4 yards a rush. Colton Mabry, 8 rushes, 76 yards, and 1 touchdown, averaging 9.5 yards per rush. Receiving, Jacob Kessler caught that 41-yard pass. Looking at Miami Trace, Trey Robinette, 4 for 8, 41 yards. Rushing, Trey Robinette leading the way, 4 rushes for 36 yards. Julian Baker, 4 rushes for just 7 yards. Evan Colgrove, 1 rush for 3 yards. So overall, St. Mary's really dominating on the statistics, just unable to put some points on the board on a couple of those drives. That's really the difference right now. Hopefully in the second half, St. Mary's continues to dominate on the statistics, but hopefully they're able to capitalize and get some more points on the board and hopefully put this game out of reach. As you can see on your screen, the St. Mary's All-Brass Marching Band has begun the script writers. This is one of my favorite traditions in St. Mary's football, and that I'm so honored to be able to joined right now by 2 guests that have helped make this tradition what it is, Dane Newlove and Brian Lynch. Welcome to Rider Nation Station, guys.
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, thanks, Zach.
So I wanted to bring you guys on because you're where it started, right? 1990, the script writers was created with your guidance, Dane, and with your, I guess, idea, Brian. So talk a little bit about that. How in the world did this come about?
Well, Brian came to me with this idea, and I said, Brian, I don't know if we can do that. And we kept working on it, and through Brian's diligence, we 34 years later, here we are, with one of the great traditions of Roughrider football.
I'm sure that the fans out there know about Script Ohio with Ohio State.
Sure.
Was that some of the influence, or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mr. Newlove. I still can't call you Dane. I'm really sorry. Mr. Newlove, in 1987, took the marching band to Ohio State for the Buckeye Band Spectacular. And we saw the Ohio State Marching Band live, and they did Script Ohio, and that really kind of inspired us. And I was just telling Mr. Newlove, I remember the spring of 1990, we were in music theory class. I don't even know if they have music theory class
I think
any
so.
longer. We were in music theory class, and you, Chris Bergman, and myself were talking about this, and we said, why don't we do Script Writers? There's Script Ohio. So in answer to your question, yes, Script Ohio was certainly the impetus for this.
I struggle, by the way, with calling him Dane as well, because he's always Mr. Newlove to me. So
Sure.
I unfortunately only got 1 year of marching band. I was the big bass drum, but I just remember thinking it's such a cool thing. Look at our school. We're able to do the same thing that Ohio State does on the field, and what a great honor every year of somebody dotting the I for riders. Was that immediately a tradition as well?
Yeah, that was a tradition right away. Brian was actually the first person to dot the I.
Congratulations.
It is a senior band member, and it's voted on by the other senior band members. I guess we're somewhere between 80 and 90 people that have dotted the I.
Have you guys kept track, or?
We have not. And next year is an anniversary. Next year is 35th
35
year.
years.
So I think that's something that we would like to try to get a better track of who has dotted the I in what years. Some years, of course, we do it more than once. They'll do it at playoff games and et cetera. And the years that we don't make playoffs, then it's only once. And tonight's eye dotter, is Luke Kurtenstein.
Thank you very much. It's neat too when the riders make the playoffs, because they continue to do the script writers at halftime for these home games, and so that gives another opportunity for another student to dot the I, right?
Absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about how you created this. So you can see right on your screen, is this the original script writers as it was created?
It is. I sat at my parents' dining room table on Coventry Green and created that. And then Mr. Newlove, made it real, of course. But yeah, that's the original chart.
Had you had any experience putting this together, or designing any kind of band formations?
Not really, other than what I was exposed to in marching band. Just sat down and kind of put the final product, and then kind of we reversed engineered it to figure out how we were going to get there.
Right.
And so this is the modern version. This is Script Writers 2024.
Correct.
And I was told that this can be done with a computer now. Is that right?
It can. It's very difficult to do, like with the script formation. If it's straight lines and things like that, it's easier on the computer. But this is by hand. So.
I guess one final question as the band's finishing up here, and we're going to get to a break. But was this? Had anybody else had come up with this idea in the past? Was this floating around at all, or was this
not to my knowledge?
No, not to my knowledge.
No.
Just out of your brain. And have you heard about anybody else copying this? Or
yeah, there's a lot of scripts in the area. I know Minster does script cats. So yes.
I guess any other fond memories of this through the years?
It's always a pleasure to watch the band do this. They've expanded on it so much in over 34 years. There's a lot more flair to it. It's neat to see how it's evolved. This year is pretty special to me. My daughter's a freshman in the marching band, so it's neat to see her participating in script writers too.
That's very neat. Well, it truly is one of the great traditions. Yeah.
Well, it's the same music that was performed 34 years ago. It's actually part of a march called National Emblem March by E.E. Bagley, and I thought the trio section of the march sounded like something that would fit this, and wrote it out. That's actually one of the reasons that we can broadcast this, is because the music is in public domain, which means the original copyright is so old that we don't have to worry about that.
And that's how we don't risk it getting kicked off
Correct.
Of YouTube.
Yes.
Which is, we really don't want to lose our stream out there. everyone.
No, we don't. Right.
Well, I can't thank you guys enough for joining me tonight. It's a great tradition, and it's all because of these two right here, everyone. So 34 years. Next year is going to be the 35th year. Script writers, may it live on forever, I hope.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for joining me, guys. Well, everyone else, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the second half, and we'll be back right after this.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Roughrider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Roughriders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Hi, I'm Jay Gibson, proud owner of Varsity Lanes since 2003. Visit Varsity Lanes for exceptional fun and mouth-watering food. Opt for our classic ham and cheese or choose from various other delectable options. Every Friday night, join Roughrider fans in the lounge for food, drinks, and St. Mary's football. Can't make it? Takeout and delivery services available. Varsity Lanes is your go-to spot for daily lunch specials and dinner options. Whether you dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, Varsity Lanes, locally owned and operated, and the home of state bowling champions, and where amazing dining meets fun. Tempted? Visit or call us now. Have you made the call yet?
We did! St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Hey there, Roughrider Country. If you need a van, truck, car, SUV, motorcycle, camper, boat, or any other form of transportation, come on down to Schaff Auto Sales. I know you got vehicle needs, and I got needs too. I need to know that you got the right kind of truck to get the job done. And I need to know that you got a fun set of wheels to cruise around in. And I need to know that your kids are safe when you take them for a ride.
Thanks, Aaron High, the car guy.
I'm Aaron High, the car guy with Schaff Auto Sales. I sell cars to Roughrider fans, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about. Hey there, Roughrider Country.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Are you looking for a fun place to grab a bite to eat and a few drinks? Then stop by Roots Pub on Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's. The kitchen is open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. The food menu still has all the classic favorites, but now also has some tasty new options. Roots Pub always has a game on and has live entertainment every weekend from some of the best bands around. Check out our Facebook page for a full entertainment schedule and daily food specials. Roots Pub, your go-to place for great food, cold drinks, and a fun atmosphere.
TSC is bringing fiber optic high-speed internet to your rural community. Power your household with upload and download speeds as high as 1 gigabit. GigaSpire technology provides blazing fast speeds and whole home coverage so you can enjoy an unrivaled online experience. At TSC, we look forward to bringing you hometown local service, saving you money, and welcoming you to the TSC Gigahood.
Laura Yelton State Farm, servicing the St. Mary's area since 1989. With your life, home, and auto insurance needs. Call or stop in today and see Laura or Logan Yelton for a free quote. Go Roughriders!
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Roughrider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Roughrider community.
Alrighty, we welcome you back to the Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub halftime show. Joe Hurlbert back with Zach Farrell. Thank Dane Newlove and Brian Lynch for their explanation of the script writer. 34 years ago, he came together and they came together to put that together.
Yeah, 35 years next year, they're going to try to find all of the previous eye dotters and try to get a list and do some special anniversary thing.
Well, that'll be cool.
So anybody out there that dotted the I, please get in touch with Dane Newlow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to listen to our big Roughrider replay, and we'll come back, and with the kickoff of the second half, we'll do that right after we listen to the big Roughrider replay. Enjoy.
Oh, he's got time. He's still got time. He's going to flip it out here. It's intercepted. It's intercepted in the end zone. It is intercepted in the end zone. The Rough Riders have the ball with 21 seconds remaining. Unbelievable. All right, Vossler takes the snap, kneels down. It's over. It's over. They don't have to snap it. The final score here at Van Wert this evening. The St. Mary's Rough Riders 13 and the Van Wert Cougars 12.
I'll tell you what a game that was.
Yeah, that was my senior year, Joe.
Was it?
Yeah, 2004. And want to give a shout out to Mike Hearn. He does a podcast called Around the Hearn. And this week he interviewed myself, Corey Vossler, Bo Fry, Doug Fry, and Nick Yale. And we all talked about the 2004 season.
They do. Very
so
cool.
We talked a lot about that game against Van Wert. Corey Vossler sealed the deal with an interception in the end zone, like you just heard, and that was a heck of a season. We lost a hard game against Shawnee in the middle of that season, 7-6. We had over 400 yards of offense, but we had 4 or 5 turnovers, and but we really gelled after that, and then put it together for the playoffs, and ended up being state runners-up against Cleveland Benedictine, and I know you and Ralph were there that whole season.
Yep, absolutely. It was quite the season for the Rough Riders to get back in the championship game in 2004. It's always fun to be a part of that. But I want to send a special thank you out to the St. Mary's football band parents. Not the band parents, but the St. Mary's football organization for all the goodies that they sent up here to the back. There's all kinds of baked goods and all kinds of good stuff. And it's just their way of saying thanks for all that we have done here, every one of us here in the press box, from Andy Rammel to the PA address announcer, all the way down to the clock management team and you and I and all the media that has covered Rough Rider football. So we want to send a special shout out to them and thank you for the goodies that we have enjoyed here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field in the press box tonight. So the Rough Riders had a couple of miscues in the first half that kind of cost them some points, I believe. I don't think they played as efficiently as they would have liked to. I think there's room for improvement. I'm sure that's going to be the topic of discussion in the locker room. We'll see how the Riders do. They had the miscue onside kick. They had lost a fumble there, so they've got some things to work on. But we'll see what happens here in the second half.
Yeah, and they dominated on statistics. First downs, 13-4. Total yards, 255 to 87. So when you're dominating that much, but you're only up by 1 touchdown, that's not a good thing. You need to put it in the end zone, and this should be a 3-score game right now, probably.
Time of possession. What is it? 16 minutes to about 7 minutes, things like that.
Correct. Yep.
So it's been all Rough Riders in the first half, but they only find themselves up by 7. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the Varsity Lanes kickoff of the second half right after this.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future. And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet. Alrighty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell,
got anything you want to say?
Just want to appreciate all of our sponsors through the year, and also anybody at home that was able to tip from our community members. We've put this up because every year we get messages and phone calls and texts and say, how can I donate to Rider Nation Station? We love your broadcast. This is how you can scan the code and donate on there. Rider Nation Station does donate to the athletic department, and we do have expenses as we go in the playoffs. The state of Ohio does charge us for some of the games.
Yep.
So we really appreciate everybody's support throughout the years. It's amazing that we're 5 years into this, Joe.
Absolutely. It's gone quickly.
Before we get to this kickoff, we believe in a lot of unity between the WBL.
Absolutely.
Let's look through some of the WBL teams. Defiance is up 31-0 against Bowling Green. Wapakoneta is up 42-0 over Franklin. McNicholas is beating Salina 21-3. OG is up 7-0 over the Galleon Tigers. Elida Bulldogs are down 35-21 to Shelby Whippets, and Bath Wildcats are beating the Carlisle Indians 29-22.
This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by our friends at Varsity Lanes, and it is being taken. Oh, what a hit! But he still bounced off of that, and he's still going. Man, Julian Baker, I believe, on the return. And I'll tell you what, he took a hit and was able to stay on his feet and picked up about 15, 20 yards after that initial contact.
Yeah, he is a girthy running back, isn't he, Joe?
He absolutely is.
He is, and he's quick too, and really just dominating there when he makes contact.
Yeah, we've got heights on these players from Miami Trace, but we don't have weights.
No, he's 6 foot tall, but he's got some size to him.
Absolutely. Robinette sends Jaden Armstrong in motion, and Robinette is tackled. He might be tackled. No, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Miami Trace came out that time in a 5-wide formation. That's the first time we've seen him in that all night, trying to find something different here. Good job for St. Mary's. Ott staying home.
And
Caleb Turner. Definitely a little bit more energy, it feels like, from both teams as they
absolutely
come onto the field.
Robinette passes it out to Malachi Jones, and he's going to be close to a first down.
Robinette's pass is complete to number 1, Malik Jones. All the plays that ran for first down. Ball will be placed at the Rider 47-yard line.
It is enough for a first down for the Miami Trace Panthers, so the ball will be marked at the Rough Riders 47-yard line. Rough Riders have 3 down linemen rushing the football. Robinette pulls it down and runs right into the hands of Ryan Owen Ott.
Yeah, I think
Taylor Compton.
A.J. Hurtenstein, I think, got in on that. Just at the end.
Taylor Compton looks like he's holding his hand, but that was Owen Ott. Owen Ott has moved from the defensive line to the middle linebacking position. So again, 3 down linemen to rush Robinette, who's in the shotgun, sends Jones in motion, pulls it down, throws it across the middle. Pass was intended for number 2. That was Gage Stuckey, one of the Panthers' top receivers.
There's a flag down in the middle of the field, Joe.
A Roots Pub penalty flag on the field.
Illegal man downfield called, I believe. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, number 67 of 53.
I might get a better view of it from this angle. Number 53, right there, your center.
Yep.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 for Miami Trace. The ball is placed at the Rough Rider 44-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lone setback behind Robinette. He rolls to his left. He's going to launch it, and he's got a man open, and it is incomplete. And the Rough Riders dodge a bullet. That pass was intended for Sky Salyers.
Riders had actually declined that penalty, so they could have had it 2nd and 13, 2nd and 14. Instead, they take 3rd and 7.
Well, the Riders dodged a bullet because there's no reason why this football shouldn't have been caught.
Big time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Very fortunate there.
So it'll bring up 4th down, and we'll call it 7 for Miami Trace. Noah Dixon will go back. He'll stand around inside the 15-yard line. Trey Robinette will drop back in punt formation, and he's going to roll. He's going to throw it, and it is going to be close to a 1st down.
That's going to be very close. I think it's going to be short, though, Joe.
It is going to be short from where they're going to mark the football, so that is going to be a Spring Street Storage turnover on downs by this Rough Rider defense. So it'll be 1st and 10 Rough Riders. They dodged another one.
Well-executed fake punt there.
Good catch.
Just a good catch, but just a bad throw because he would have given them some space to run. Probably would have had a 1st down. Should have run the route, though, at least a couple yards longer, too.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. Terry Amborski out over center. Osborne in motion. Mabry cuts it up, and we'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
Colton Mabry's run a lot of yards this year, and I don't want to criticize him too much, but, man, he had some space to the outside. If he followed number 60.
Again, give a lot of credit to those fellows up front. Gavin Ehlers, Will Glass, Terry Amborski, Camden Roth, Xander Post, Keaton Fishbach, and Jack Snethkamp. Here comes Osborne, and he's not going to make it. He'll be brought down at the 45-yard line, so we'll call it 3rd down and 3 for the Rough Riders. Yeah, Trey Moore's in the ball game. He does look a little different than Noah Dixon.
Bring up 3rd and 3 from the Rider 45-yard line.
Amborski out, Trey Moore to the left. We'll see if they send Trey Moore on a fly pattern down the sideline. I'm not anticipating that. Long count. And give the ball to who's the ball carrier on that?
Not sure. Caleb Schmidt, 38. He's going to be real close to 1st down, but I think he's going to be a little short.
Caleb Schmidt hasn't got a lot of touches on the evening. But nonetheless, he's going to be brought down 2 yards short of the 1st down. So the Rough Riders find it 4th and 2, and they're going for it. Clock continues to roll. We're down to 8 minutes here in the 3rd quarter.
Big 4th down here. Ooh, that looked
ugly. That was nothing but ugly from the get-go. Take a look at the Larry Schaff auto sale instant replay on this one. You'll see the linemen did not come out in unity. They just basically came out at different times. I don't think they were all on the same page. But nonetheless, Miami Trace will have the football in excellent field position, and we've got a player down on the field.
It should have been a false start, really. It looked like the whole line left before the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
Not sure what was going on there.
So we're going to take a Miller Funeral Home timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Explore Jackalope Stash Men's Clothing Store located in downtown St. Mary's for all of your men's clothing needs. Here at this brick-and-mortar haberdashery, you will find clothing needs for every formal or informal occasion, making any man who shops at Jackalope Stash the best dressed in the room. Do you have an upcoming wedding, dance, or date night? Get fitted for a dapper tuxedo or fashionable suit. Quality, style, stash. Jackalope Stash. Visit us online, or better yet, come see us in downtown St. Mary's, where riders shop.
7:46 remaining here in the 3rd quarter of play from Grand Lake Health Systems Field, the 1st round of the Division III Region 12 playoffs. The winner of this contest will take on the winner of the Tip City Oxford Talawanda game next Friday night.
pretty disappointing drive from the offense. We've seen all year that this offense does not have a lot of tolerance for penalties and turnovers.
Pass is complete to Austin Brown. It'll be 1st and 10. I'll tell you what, if the Miami Trace Panthers put this one in the end zone, it is a whole different ball game. And this one here is not a good pass. It's thrown low and behind him, so Brown had to go down to the ground to get it, or he could still be running. Julian Baker on the carry for Miami Trace. He gets up a little gimpy.
Yeah, it took a shot. It looked like a helmet to the shin. Anyone that's tripped over something in the middle of the night in the dark knows how much that hurts. Boom.
We'll call it 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers at the Roughrider 28-yard line. We got a Roots Pub penalty flag on the field, and the Roughriders jump off sides, so it'll be 5 yards in the other direction.
2nd down.
Riders sitting right now, 6 penalties for 30 yards. That might be their 7th here when it updates. Miami Trace just 2 penalties for 10 yards. See it right there. Schmidt just into the neutral zone.
Robinette, and he eludes a tackle. He's going to launch one to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended once again for Sky Sailors, a 6'3 senior, and of course he got behind the Rough Rider defense.
Caleb Turner in the backfield nearly made a great sack there. Riders escape disaster again because number 7, Sky Sailors, was open. Schmidt right there should have had him, or Turner right there should have had him.
So to bring up 3rd down, we'll call it 3. The ball resting at the Rough Rider 23-yard line. Play clock to 10 seconds. Trey Robinette calls the signals, drops back. He's being flushed out of the pocket, and he is able to dive for a 1st down. Ryan Ruvold in on the stop, as well as Matt Murray. So nonetheless, it's a 1st down for the Panthers.
His pocket collapsed there.
Man.
And he just made plays after that. Too many Rough Riders in there. Could have had him stop for a loss.
Ball is at the 18-yard line of the Rough Riders. Here comes a blitz by the Rough Riders. Compton flushed him up the middle, but he dives forward for a couple of yards, does Robinette. So it'll be 2nd down. We'll give him a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9.
Man, Compton just did a great job on that. Blitz came in and still almost made the play, kind of diving from a couple yards away. We'll take a yard.
Absolutely. Oh, my. Nice fake. Brown gets down inside the 5-yard line, but that was just an absolutely beautiful fake. He handed the ball off quickly to Baker and then faked the pass, and, boy, he had me fooled. But that doesn't take much. 1st and goal for the Miami Trace Panthers at the Rough Rider 2-yard line. The Rough Riders have come out here in the 3rd quarter not looking real crisp. Baker, and he's still fighting forward. Kind of reminds you of Colton Mabry. He just doesn't want to go down. Keep in mind, he's only a sophomore.
Wow.
So it'll bring up second down and goal from the Rider 3. Baker, he backs in. They're going to say he's down at about the 1 yard line, maybe inside the one.
Nearly lost the ball, it looked like. One of the Riders reached in there and knocked the ball out. I think good call from the official there. Saw he sat down right there on that 1 yard line.
Third down and less than one for the Miami Trace Panthers. And an opportunity to cut into this Rough Rider lead. There's Baker, goes up and over, touchdown Panthers. So at 3:24, the Miami Trace Panthers put 6 on the board and trail the Rough Riders by 1 with the point after attempt coming. Levi Morrison will attempt the point after out of the hold of Austin Brown. An opportunity to tie this one all up. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and we got ourselves a brand new football game, folks. With 3:24 remaining in the third quarter on the American Legion scoreboard, we're tied at 14. Back right after this.
Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals, going the extra mile.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Ow.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, and we have a winner on our Rough Rider trivia question you see on your screen. The question was a 1948 MHS graduate, had 2 sons, play in the 70s. His grandson, Lincoln Fox, was a 2000 grad. He was on an offensive lineman in the late 90s. And can you name this Rough Rider? Obviously, the name was Don Wright. He was affectionately known as Gator. And congratulations to Ned Howe, who was the winner with the correct answer. And Ned, you can pick up a gift card for a pizza from Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub at the Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance next week during their regular business hours. So once again, congratulations to Ned Howe. Don Wright, or Gator, was the correct answer. Another squib kick. That's going to go out of bounds. That should be a flag unless somebody – yep, there's the flag. Roots Pub penalty flag. So we'll see if the Rough Riders are going to take it or re-kick it. Looks to me like the offensive unit is coming out on the field. They don't want to take another chance of a squib and a fumble again. So
Free kick out of bounds. Brady Nye, the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. First down, St. Mary.
So it'll be first down for the Rough Riders. They will take the penalty, and we're all tied up. Ball sails out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. They'll get the 5-yard penalty. It'll mark it up at the 40. So it'll be first and 10 Rough Riders. Is this the first offensive possession of the second half for the Rough Riders? Or is it
No, they had a turnover on downs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. So this is their second possession. 3:24 remaining. Noah Dixon in motion. Give the ball to Osborne. We'll give him a gain of a 4 on the play. We'll call it second down and 6.
Gain of 4 to bring up second 6.
Riders need a nice drive here. Take back the momentum. Give your defense some energy, some time on the sidelines to catch their breath. Put this team away.
Full house in the backfield. Ball's on the ground. And I believe the Rough Riders have it. But again, that's another quarterback center exchange. I believe they did that last week.
Yeah, also just not – they look uncomfortable up there. There's guys that time, it looked like the running backs were going a little early. I don't know if they switched the count or if they're just if they're just in their own heads about it or what.
Here comes the fake counter. Osborne has it. Good job by the Miami Trace defense to snuff this one out. And on the tackle for Miami Trace was Weston Dawes, a 6-foot junior linebacker. And we've got a timeout on the field. A Miller Funeral Home timeout as we have an injured player for Miami Trace on the field. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
All righty, you can see at the top of your screen the injured player being helped to the sidelines for Miami Trace. The Roughrider offense being talked to by their head coach, Bo Fry. So obviously the Roughrider offense is a little bit off sync tonight, and it just doesn't seem like everybody's on the same page. So Roughriders need to get things together. And it'll be 4th down, and we'll call it 6, and Brady Triplett's going to be on to punt the football. Miami Trace has nobody back to receive the punt. Nice snap. Punt is up. Nice punt by Triplett. It'll hit at about the 27-yard line, and good job there by Taylor Compton. Seems to always be around the football, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Plays all over the field, special teams, defense. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him on offense a little bit maybe next year.
Very possible. The one good thing that the Roughriders have coming back is, of course, Caleb Schmidt. I think he's underused offensively, but nonetheless, he's only a junior, so he'll be back for the Roughrider offense.
Yeah, they've got quite the stable of running backs coming back. The future is bright.
1st and 10 for Miami Trace. That should be a flag there. I saw a receiver jump, but it's not going to be called. Julian Baker is brought down after a short gain. Watch down here at the bottom, right there.
Yeah.
I thought he took off a little bit too early. So Julian Baker is going to go to the sideline. He's gimping up a little bit, and he is now on the turf. So
looks like he's cramping up.
Yeah. So he picked up about 2 on the play, or 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. The ball is placed at the Panther 28-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 lone setback. Robinette will toss it out here to Jones. Jones makes a move, and he is drilled by a host of Roughriders. Ryan Ruvold is there. Taylor Compton is there. Noah Dixon is there. So it'll be 3rd and 1 as they come up a yard short on that particular play. Boom. I think they're going to let it go to the end. We got 17 seconds on the game clock. Yep. The game clock's about 2 seconds ahead of the play clock. So they're going to let it run out. So that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. We're tied up here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. We'll come back to see who advances in the first round of the Division III Region 12 playoff game. We'll come back right after this. Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert along Zach Farrell. Zach, what we got up on the screen?
Got the St. Mary's Friends of the St. Mary's Theater and Grand Opera House celebration of 2 early 20th century artists. We've talked about this a couple weeks. The November 16th, Jim Tolley's Beggars for Life is being shown at the theater. Jim Tolley, famous St. Marian, wrote about many areas of town. Beggars of Life was a book that he wrote. You can get the book at the St. Mary's Library, read it ahead of time, and come to the theater that night and check it out. A couple great nights on that weekend in St. Mary's. Hope everybody can join if you're in town.
3rd down and 1 for the Panthers. And a quick pass. His ball's batted up in the air, and it's incomplete. So we'll see what the Panthers elect to do. So it'll be 4th down and 1.
Well,
I would think
Julian Baker's back in the game.
Yep.
Great job from Compton.
Yeah, I would think that with Baker back in, they would possibly go for this one.
They brought the punt team in, but we just saw that they're not afraid to try a fake punt here. Their punt team doesn't look too different than their offense, you know?
Nope. Salyers goes wide to the left, and they're going to go for it. And it's going to be a first down as Julian Baker, second effort, gets him a first down. Fresh set of downs for the Panthers.
Had him bottled up.
Yeah, they did right there. He spins away. First down and 10 for Miami Trace. Ball is at their own 37-yard line. Again, the Rough Riders with 4 down linemen this time. Quick pitch out to Baker. Bounces to the outside, and he's going to get the corner. He's going to get about 6 yards on the play.
Julian Baker, the ball carrier. Gain of 6. He'll bring up 2nd and 4 from the Panther 43-yard line.
Not a lot of energy coming from the Rough Riders side of the ball now, offense or defense.
Yep.
These times you hope that somebody can step up and make a play, take some of that momentum back, maybe a turnover.
Robinette is going to stand up. He's going to throw the football, and the pass is complete to Sky Salyers, and he'll have a first down, and he'll be in Rough Rider territory. Nothing fancy. The ball was tipped. But nonetheless, good concentration by Salyers. 1st and 10, Panthers. Ball is at the 42-yard line. Panthers are on the move.
Compton got a little bit of it there, but not enough. Just a pretty simple little slant route from Salyers.
Mercy.
44.
Weston Dawes. Well, we haven't called his name too many times.
Nope, 6 foot.
6 foot and big.
Yes. 6 foot bowling ball.
Well, nonetheless, he picks up a first down. Good gain by Dawes. And the Panthers are on the attack. They're in Rough Rider territory. Ball is placed at the Rider 29-yard line. This is the 4th and final quarter with 9:48 remaining. And we've got timeout on the field called by Miami Trace. It's a Miller Funeral Home timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Are you in the need of storage space? At Spring Street Storage, we have several units to help organize your life. From 10 by 10 to 10 by 30, we have units to keep your valuables dry and clean. We offer monthly rentals and long-term discounts. Give us a call at 567-279-1536 for all your storage needs.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
All righty, checking some of the scores that we have as far as Division 7 is concerned. Both of these scores are identical. Marion Local leads Fort Recovery 62-0. Minster leads Manchester 62-0. So those games might be over pretty quickly with a running clock. There's the pass, and it is caught by Austin Brown. It'll be another first down, move the chains.
St. Mary's brought the blitz that time, and just not enough guys to cover all the receivers. Soft zone, and Austin Brown catches it right in front of him. See the St. Mary's bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. Only leaves 5 guys back to cover 5 receivers.
3 receivers to the right, 1 man in motion. Robinette's going to go with the football, and he's going to go nowhere. Taylor Compton's there. Matt Murray's there. Also getting up off the pile is Ryan Ruvold. It was a loss of 1. We'll call it second down and 11. Gage Stuckey, wide to the right. We haven't called his name much tonight, but he's a favorite receiver of Robinette. Up the middle is Dawes. Owen Ott in on the stop.
Great job, Cameron Dameyer, getting in the way. Stopping him right now.
Right there. And I think Owen Ott comes in as well. Good job by Cameron Dameyer. No gain on the play, so it'll be third down and 10.
Huge Minster Bank money down here for the Rider defense.
Absolutely. Robinette looking toward the end zone. He's got it, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Gage Stuckey. We just mentioned his name, and he comes up. No, is that 7? It might be 7. No, it's 2.
Number 2, yep.
Yep, Gage Stuckey. He comes up a little gimpy. So the Rough Riders again dodge another bullet as the receiver got behind Luke Bournes. So they're going to try a field goal. And they'll place it at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 34-yard attempt by Levi Morrison, and a chance for the Panthers to take the lead for the first time in the ball game. Kick is up, and the kick looks good, and it is good from 34 yards out. The Miami Trace Panthers successful on the field goal, and they lead on the American Legion scoreboard by a score of 17-14. We'll be back right after this.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider first down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, the Rough Riders trail in the ballgame for the first time, 17-14, after Levi Morrison connected on a 34-yard field goal?
Yep.
And this kickoff return is being brought to you by Varsity Lanes in St. Mary's. Of course, now the Rough Rider deep backs have moved up to about the 15-yard line, and the hands team may be in the ball game for the Rough Riders up front. This is no guarantee. There's a bullet on the ground. It'll roll around, and it's picked up by Mabry. Mabry's got a hole, and he is tackled at about the 49-yard line. Good return again by Colton Mabry. So maybe that'll put a little spark in this Rough Rider offense.
Hope so. Good job from Mabry, just dicing his way through those lines. Just gets caught from behind.
Ball is resting at the Riders' 49-yard line. 7:38 remaining in the ball game. Shift by the Panther defense. And it'll be Mabry. Well, we got a Roots Pub penalty flag on the play. We'll see what this one's all about. What was it? Illegal substitution?
Illegal substitution. 12 men in formation on defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
No, the penalty is first down and 5. The Panther 46-yard line.
So it'll bring up first down and 5 for the Rough Riders.
Going to put 3 seconds back on the clock because that was a dead ball penalty there. Number 3 is still running off the field. They caught it before the play, so instead of illegal participation, it was illegal substitution.
Rough Riders first and 5. Minor ding, long count. Turn, up the middle it goes. There goes Caleb Schultz. He's to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Nobody's going to touch him. Touchdown, Rough Riders. A Jackalope Stash touchdown.
Well, Caleb Schmidt, 2 weeks in a row with a big run. Caleb Swole into the end zone.
That's the spark you're looking for.
46 yards.
Look at this. Good job by that O-line.
What I like that the Rough Rider coaches did is they switched to a long count. They said, we're not going to worry about all that shifting. We're going to let them shift early and get down. We'll let them shift early so it doesn't screw us up. We'll go with the long count. It's one thing you can do when you have some problems with shifting and jumping false starts.
Triplets kick is up, and it is good. So on the American Legion scoreboard with 7:30 remaining, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 21, the Miami Trace Panthers 17. We'll be back.
In need of a marketing idea for your business or organization? From concept to execution, we are your go-to for promotional products, signage, apparel, print materials, graphic design, and fundraising. Freedom Marketing Strategies is a Rough Rider-owned business with over 50 years of marketing, graphic design, and fundraising support. Call Sissy or Gail today to get started.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field, where the Rough Riders have taken a 21-17 lead over the Panthers of Miami Trace on a nice run by Caleb Schmidt.
46 yards to pay dirt. Second week in a row for a long touchdown run for Caleb Schmidt. The Rough Rider offense looked much more in control and disciplined that time. Good enthusiasm from the kids. That definitely woke up the sidelines and the fans on this side.
This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by Varsity Lanes in St. Mary's. We'll see if Triplet can put this one in the end zone. Yeah, end over end kick. It's going to come up a little short of the end zone. Big run. Here comes Baker. Baker makes a cut. He's still on the money. He's to the 30. He's to the 20.
Good news is
touchdown. There is a Roots penalty flag on the field. This one may be coming back.
All of the officials are back here, so that's a good sign.
I think they're all in agreement. Holding. Panthers. This one's going to come back. So the Rough Riders dodge a bullet. Is that it right there? At the top of the screen?
That wasn't where it was called, but that looks like holding as well.
Looks like a clip or blocking the back there.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, the Rough Riders dodge a bullet. This one's coming back. I'll tell you what, nice return by Julian Baker. He's living up to his billing for a sophomore.
Oh, yeah, he's a strong runner and just a sophomore.
So he's going to be out on this particular offensive play. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Miami Trace. The ball is at their own 25-yard line. 7:15 remaining.
You can see with his size and speed why D1 teams are looking at him.
Robinette, short pass, complete to Brown. Brown breaks a tackle and gets brought down. Caleb Turner's there along with Noah Dixon. It'll be first down at the Panther, we'll call it 39-yard line.
Miami Trace not going away.
No, they're not.
Riders' defense is tough. They want to be aggressive and blitz a lot of people, but that's leaving some guys wide open underneath.
Yep. Robinette, we got a Roots Pub penalty flag on the field. It's going to be procedure on the Panthers, and they're going to move it back 5 more yards.
That evens up the penalties now, yardage-wise. St. Mary's has 6 penalties for 30 yards, and that's 5 penalties for 30 yards for the Miami Trace.
On the penalty, the Panthers will go 1st and 15 from their own 34-yard line.
First and 15 at the 34. Robinette's going to go back right over the middle. He's got a receiver, and the receiver is Malachi Jones.
Trey Robinette's pass complete to number 1, Malachi Jones. Gain of 7 will bring up 2nd and 3.
Just a little kind of leak route, little drag over the middle. Good job by Kessler of not pulling him down for a horse collar penalty. Instead, just sort of spinning him out of bounds.
Julian Baker on the carry. Taylor Compton in on the stop, as is Matt Murray. I got a score from Oxford Talawanda and Tippecanoe. Tip City is leading in that ball game by a score of 42-0.
Yeah, they're a very good team. They're going to be tough for either the Riders or the Panthers next week.
I agree. So we'll call it 3rd down and 2.
We hope the Riders can get a stop or a turnover on this drive and run the clock out, and we can move on to Tip City.
Minster Bank money down for this defense. Passes out, and it is incomplete. Had 2 receivers in the general area.
There was a lot of contact there between Luke Bournes and his receiver, but fortunately nothing called. Kind of gave him a little pull there, but it was the ball was very underthrown.
I think this might be 4-down territory. We've got a timeout called on the field by Miami Trace, a Miller Funeral Home timeout with the score, Riders 21, Panthers 7 on the American Legion scoreboard. Back in a moment.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
Let's set the scenario. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Riders are up by 4. Miami Trace has the football, 4th and 2. The ball is placed at their own 47-yard line, and I believe they're going to go for it. I don't think they want to put the ball back in the hands of the Rough Rider offense. So this is a big play for this Rough Rider defense.
I agree. Riders should not even worry if he even looks like a punt formation or anything like that.
Yes, let the ball go. If they go and punt it, I don't think it's going to be. I think they're going to run this one out, see if they can get the first down. They need 2. Robinette goes back with the pass. He's flushed out of the pocket. He launches it, and it's caught. Pass is caught.
I think number 1.
By number 1. That's
Malachi
Jones.
Man,
So
Robinette was just on his back foot, just falling backwards through that, 30, 35 yards.
That's kind of surprising that they only needed 2 yards, but they went big time down the field.
Yeah. They sent everybody out.
Yes, they did. 1st and 10 for Miami Trace. Ball is at the Rider 39-yard line. Robinette rolls to the left. Here comes Compton. They got him turned inside, but he'll get stopped at the 40. It'll be about a yard loss on the play. Taylor Compton in on the stop. Also Caleb Turner, Matt Murray in there as well.
That's a Spring Street Swords sack. Good job by the defense getting in there. Man, Caleb Turner, Turbo, was coming flying in, almost delivered a huge hit.
Robinette pulls it down. Slant pattern is good. And pass is complete to number 2. That's Gage Stuckey. And the Miami Trace Panthers are in business as they place the ball at the Roughrider 11-yard line. So the Panthers can get a first down without scoring. They have to get the ball down to the 1-yard line. But the Roughrider defense find themselves in some big-time trouble. Jones dives to the corner, and they say he did not cross the end zone.
Sure looked like he had that ball touching the pylon to me.
That's close. That's close.
We'll take it, but.
Absolutely. So it's a first down. They did get a first down. The ball is placed inside the 1-yard line. And the Roughrider defense has their backs to the wall. The officials coming out. We got whistles on the field, stoppage of play. And let's see, they're going to have a powwow. So I wonder if they're discussing on whether or not he got out of bounds or not.
We're hearing up here from the clock people that one of the officials winded the clock. So we're watching the replay there. We can see the elbow is down right there. There.
I think they're going to reset the game clock to 3 minutes and, did he say 26 seconds?
Yeah, 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
So it's at 3:41 now, so they're going to bring it down to 3:26. There it is, 3:26. So I think what they did, exactly it. They stopped the clock thinking that he got out of bounds, but he did stay in bounds. So 3:26 on the clock, 21-17. Roughriders on top. They're only by 4. The Panthers are less than a yard away from taking the lead once again in this football contest. Weston Dawes, and touchdown by Julian Baker.
Big guys up front. Dawes led the way, and Baker easily in.
So on to do the extra point is Levi Morrison. Miami Trace takes a 2-point lead, looking to extend it to 3 if they convert here on the point after. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and Miami Trace leads by 3. So we'll take a break. We'll come right back right after this.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
Alrighty, we are back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field for this Division III Regional 12 first round playoff game. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along. The Riders have 3 minutes and 2 seconds to make up 3 points and to regain or possibly tie the game with a field goal, but nonetheless, I don't think the Riders want to settle for this tie and send us into OT. It's been all Miami Trace Panthers here in the second half, don't you think?
Yeah, except for the last offensive drive and the long run for Caleb Schmidt. Not much offensively. We talked about how the stats were in the first half. Miami Trace has caught up. They're 17 first downs to St. Mary's 14.
This kickoff return is being brought to you by Varsity Lanes. There's a squib kick, and down he goes. And that's the right play. Luke Bournes.
He's fired up. Let's take that energy offense, march down the field.
So the Rough Rider offense will have the football in good field position. Now they'll just have to put a sustained drive together and put some points on the board if they want to advance in this first-round playoff game here in Division III. So the ball will be placed at the Rough Riders' 46-yard line.
This is what you want if you're a senior. The ball in your hands, 3 minutes to go.
Absolutely. Full house in the backfield. Go ahead.
Good field position. March down the field, put it in.
And the Rough Riders move. Well, and that's a Roots Pub penalty flag. Left side jumped. Keaton Fishbach jumps and is going to send them back 5. So now it's 1st and 15 in a situation, Zach, like this. That cannot happen.
Absolutely not.
It cannot happen.
You need every positive yard you can get, and
absolutely
negative yards are just crippling at this point of the game.
They're unacceptable. So 1st and 15 for this Rough Rider offense. 3:01 remaining. Full house in the backfield, and they jumped again. And this one is Jack Snethkamp jumps on the right side, and they're going to move him back 5 more yards. Man.
There's a lot of flinching on the defensive side, but nothing moving into any kind of neutral zone. No big shifts. The Rider offense has switched to a long count, so there's no reason to even go on any early words or anything.
Osborne, and he'll get about 5 yards back. So it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 15. Clock continues to roll. 2:40 remaining in the football game. Turn. And Miami Trace defensive front not fooled by that. We've got a Miller Funeral Home timeout called on the field by St. Mary's. Rough Riders trail by 3. We'll be back.
Rider Nation Station doesn't always travel by bus, but when we do, somebody saying me in a bus? Get out of here! We use Buckeye Charter Service and their courteous and professional drivers.
Since 1988, Buckeye Charter has been helping clients go the distance with one or multi-day outings, vacations, or school trips anywhere in the continental U.S. or Canada, utilizing a modern fleet of 55 and 56 passenger coaches. For your travel needs to roll on down the road, contact Buckeye Charter, the official charter bus service of Rider Nation Station.
All righty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside my colleague, Zach Farrell. Zach, if you're the Rough Riders coaching staff, what are you telling your offense?
Well, first off, you're saying know the count.
Exactly.
Second of all, you're saying hold on to the ball. Third, you're probably putting together, there's a few different things right here. Maybe an end around from Kessler. I don't think that they're going to try to pass right here because we saw one good pass tonight. We haven't seen a lot else. Maybe a hook and ladder. I don't know.
Kessler wide to the left. Turn. Here comes the reverse. Kessler has it. And Kessler's going to throw the football. He has nobody open, so he's going to have to run the football. And he goes out of bounds. But nonetheless, it's a big loss.
Well, they tried that in around to Kessler, but
and he was going to throw it.
Set up for a pass, right?
He was looking for Noah Dixon downfield. Right here at the bottom of your screen. That's who he was looking for. And he was well covered by the secondary of the Panthers. So he had only one option, and that was to take the football and run. Do what you can with what you got, and it wasn't much. So this will be 4th down and 20. This might be the ball game right here for the Rough Riders. Here comes the hook and ladder. And Mabry has the football. He's to the 50, to the 40, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. About 3 yards short of a first down, and the Rough Riders are going to turn the football over on downs.
Oh, well-designed play. Good run from Mabry, just trying to keep his balance on the sidelines. Unable to do it, goes out of bounds. Riders have 2 timeouts. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. Got to stop if they want to have any kind of shot back at this. Got to stop it from Miami Trace from getting a first down here.
Rough Riders have, as you mentioned, 2 timeouts remaining. Panthers have 1. Panthers are in control of their own destiny right now. They got to continue to pick up first downs and keep possession of the football, and it's going to be very difficult. But the Rough Rider defense have made big plays before, and they make a big stop right there on Baker. But the clock will now stop. Miller Funeral Home timeout called on the field, so we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach.
If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance.
Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Wow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
It'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 10. We'll call it 9. We'll call it about 11 for Miami Trace. They lost about half a yard on the play. Rough Riders call the timeout, so both teams are down to 1 timeout left. Sky Sailors goes wide to the left. Also, Malachi Jones to the left as well. 1 lone setback is Baker. Pitch to Brown.
Get him out of bounds.
And they got him out of bounds.
Line judge kept the play clock going, but everybody else on the field, no, they said he was in bounds, so they stopped the clock on another timeout for St. Mary's. I don't know.
I don't understand why they do that. He was clearly out of bounds, but they're going to call a Miller Funeral Home timeout on the field. We'll be back.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your health care needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spies Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
All righty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. 2:01 remaining in the football game. Miami Trace has it 3rd down and we'll call it 11. So the Rough Riders have an opportunity to stop this. They cannot allow Miami Trace to pick up a first down here. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the top. 1 man in motion, and we've got a Roots Pub penalty flag on the field.
Dead ball. Ball start. Offense number 3. 5-yard penalty.
Penalty on Miami East, so they're going to move it back 5 yards. So I'll tell you what, they're going to put a second back on the clock. So it's 2:01 remaining. It is 3rd down and 16 for this Panther ball club.
Well, this is it. Miami Trace was going to pass that time, so they're not putting it on the ground. It's your opportunity without a timeout to stop the clock.
There's the pass to Baker. Baker to the 40, to the 45. We got a flag on the play, and he's going to be short. So we got a Roots Pub penalty flag on the play. We'll see what this is all about. This one may be coming back as well.
They're going to call holding, and that's deep in the backfield.
So this penalty definitely benefits the Rough Riders because if they punt, it'll give them the football in fairly decent field position.
On one hand, if you decline it, you got 4th and 8, 4th and 9, and you think Miami Trace is probably going to punt. On the other hand, if you accept it, you got 3rd and maybe 30 right here, maybe 3rd and 28.
Offense number 1. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down. St. Mary has elected
the Rough Riders
to
going to
start
take
the
the
clock.
penalty, and they're going to move them back 15 more yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 31. The ball is placed at the Panther 32-yard line.
Holding called on number 1 right here on Compton.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to call it 3rd down and 26. So this will be a big play, big Minster Bank money down play for this Rough Rider defense to get the ball back for the offense. 1:55 remaining. Robinette, and they're going to pass the football, and it's going to come up short. Dixon has it to the 45, to the 50, and he gets out of bounds. So the Rough Riders have it with a little bit of life left in them.
Well, that's one of the reasons why you don't try to pass on 3rd down. The last play, they ran it, and I thought that was the right call because you pass it in this situation, you open it up for an interception, especially a halfback pass. Don't know what he was thinking on that one.
Gage Henry was the player that threw the football. So the Rough Riders will have the football at their Panther 47-yard line, 1:44 remaining, plenty of time to move this football down. The Rough Riders are out of timeouts. The Panthers have 1 timeout remaining. So this is big. The Rough Riders are going to have to hustle with some urgency. They're going with a lonesome polecat formation. Meinerding right over the middle. It goes to Fischbach, and it'll be a first down.
First catch of the year, I think, for Fischbach. That is the lonesome polecat, and what's interesting or what's tricky about that is he's the one that snapped the ball.
Yes.
So he snaps the ball, and he's eligible.
And he's a receiver, so the Rough Riders playing with urgency. Give the ball to Mabry. Mabry is going to get a couple on the play. Meinerding is in a hurry. He's sprinting to the sideline to get the play from head coach Kobe Fry. 2nd down and 9. Rough Riders can play in a hurry, but they got to play with no mistakes. Osborne to the 30. And we've got a flag being thrown from the back judge. This might be a hold.
Yeah, there was
Roots
somebody
Pub penalty flag.
Somebody hooked and then knocked down on the edge of the offensive line there. Too bad, because Osborne made a nice cut, got some good yardage.
Kobe Reinecke checks in on that offensive line. So they're going to move the ball back, and it will be
not really the worst hold I've seen, though. You know, he hooked his arm a little bit, but he wasn't pulling him, and the guy wasn't pulling away from him. It was more of a straight-on hook with that arm. You know, the other thing that did is, you know, we're down by 3. You do have a pretty good field goal kicker.
Yes.
You can get into field goal range here, too.
2nd down and 20. Minerding's going to launch one. That's going to be high over the head of Noah Dixon. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 20.
Good job, good defense there. Maybe a touch early, but not enough to get a call, but went right through Dixon's hands. A little bit high.
3rd down and 20. Rough Riders will have to get the ball to the 22-yard line for a 1st down. Minerding is going to throw it back to Mabry. He had it in his hands and he dropped it. He might have looked toward the end zone on that one. Oh, nice pass by Minerding. He put it right in the hands of Mabry, and he just dropped it.
Just almost had too much time to think about it, you know. He's just under the ball. Oh, my gosh.
So here's the season for the Rough Riders. 4th down and 20. They have to get to their own 22-yard line for a 1st down. This will be the season. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. We've got a Miller Funeral Home timeout called by Miami Trace. We'll be back.
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or AuglaizeEquipmentRental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental.
Forty seconds remaining here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. You see it right there coming right into your living room. Oh.
Yeah, he's got that at the 22, 23-yard line. That's close to a 1st down.
Absolutely. So this is the Rough Rider season right here. 40 seconds remaining. 4th down, and we'll call it 20. So I would think the Rough Riders, unless they do some sort of hook and ladder, I think they're going to have to go to the air. Two receivers to the left. They've got Parker Beam in the ball game. He's wide to the right. Minerding's going to launch it up. He's got Parker Beam there. He's got it! He's got it! Gosh! Touchdown, Riders! Oh my! Touchdown, Riders! A Jackalope Stash touchdown!
Unbelievable!
Oh my gosh!
They're going nuts!
Oh wow! What a play!
I don't believe it!
He puts it right on the money. Parker Beam right there, 37 at the corner. Got it! Touchdown! Oh my gosh!
Parker Beam all year has been the hands on the defensive
Absolutely.
side. And Coach Bo Fry said, we're going to put Parker Beam on offense, and we're going to see what those hands can do. Well, what a time for it.
A Jackalope Stash touchdown followed by the Jackalope Stash point after, and it is good! The Rough Riders, with 31 seconds remaining, lead on the American Legion scoreboard 28-24. We'll be back right after this. What a catch.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships and education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you folks watching this play right here at home didn't come off your chairs and couches and bar stools or whatever the case may be, you need to check your pulse.
Oh, my
that
gosh.
is a big play right there. But now an even bigger play is just special teams of this Roughrider kickoff team, because remember, Miami Trace, Julian Baker returned one for a touchdown on a kickoff, which was called back. So this is big here for this special teams unit.
That was a 41-yard touchdown pass from Aiden Meinerding to Parker Beam.
Parker Beam, he hasn't even been in offense all year.
But Coach Fry talked about in the Bo Fry show that Parker Beam had some great hands, and they were going to use him on offense at some point this season.
They did.
No.
This kickoff is being brought to you by Varsity Lanes. Big play for this special teams unit. It's a low kick. It's going to bounce. And he's thrown out of bounds. So good job by the special teams unit. Good call on the kickoff to keep it low. And
Panthers
Brown.
Panthers have no timeouts, Joe.
There's 28 seconds remaining. Panthers have no timeout. The Roughriders, they're going to go back into this prevent defense, which means, in my opinion, that you can start picking 10-yard passes away, because every time you get a first down, it stops the clock.
That's right. But you also have 28 seconds and no timeouts.
Exactly. And look for them to go to the sideline as well. So the Roughriders will put 3 players back. I think Childs is in, and he's deep. Levi. Robinette throws it to the sideline, and it is complete to
10-yard pass there to Gage Stuckey, but they did eat up 6 seconds.
And he got the ball out of bounds to stop the clock, so it'll be 1st and 10. Move the chains. Ball is at Miami Trace's 30-yard line. Robinette is looking deep, and it is caught.
They're saying he was out of bounds. They're saying that was incomplete.
And it was incomplete pass. Incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Pass was intended for Gage Stuckey again.
Took another 5 seconds, so 17 seconds left.
My adrenaline's flowing.
I am rocking.
2nd down and 10. Robinette got a lot of time. They flush him out of the pocket. Got to stop him. And he'll be knocked out of bounds. And we'll call it the 47-yard line, but we're down to 7 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the good news is he made up a ton of time running around. I almost thought let him just keep running down the field because he only had 7 seconds left.
Now, did you see the Washington Commodores and Commanders and the Bears last week, the Hail Mary at the end?
Yeah.
That scares me.
Let's not talk about that. Let's knock on every piece of wood we got around here.
Let's make sure we knock this one to the ground if that's what they're going to do. They got 7 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. If they got it and catch it, stop them. They're going. The ball's high in the air. It's going to be up for grabs, and it is knocked down. It is picked off. It's picked off. This one's going to seal the deal. And that's the ball game. Interception by the Roughriders. Levi Childs, I believe, number 22. Am I correct in that? Yeah. What an interception by Levi Childs, and the Roughriders live to play another day as they defeat the Miami Trace Panthers by a 28-24 score here at Grand Lake Health Systems Field. We're going to take a break. We're going to settle down a little bit. rehash this one, and we'll come back to bring you all the numbers of this ball game. A great ball game, great win for the Roughriders. We'll do that and more right after this.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
Whew.
Goodness gracious, we need some beta blockers.
Well, the St. Mary's Roughriders run their record to 9-2 with a 28-24 win over a good Miami Trace ball club. It looked almost like it was like a game of halves. The Roughriders didn't look pretty in the first half, but was able to take a lead in at halftime. They came back, and it was Miami Trace in the second half, and the Roughriders just had to come up big when they needed to, and that pass play from Minerding to Parker Beam, oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And of course, Levi Childs seals the deal with a pick of a Hail Mary at the end of the ball game. So it's time now for our Fellowship of Christian Athletes post-game show. And what do you think?
Special things happen in Rough Rider football at the end of the games. They happen in the 03 season with a couple blocked punts. To end the game, the 42-yard field goal by Nick Paffenberger. We saw unbelievable plays on the 04 run through the playoffs. And, hey, the 2024 team, why not them?
Absolutely.
Make their mark. Parker Beam, all year we heard from Coach Fry, he's going to play some offense. What a time to put him in the offense. Unbelievable. I do feel for Miami Trace right now. Fourth and 20, the ball game's right there. You got a bunch of seniors over there enjoying their last game. But unbelievable. Riders are not ready for this season to be done, and now they got another week at it.
Absolutely do. So what will take place now is that the Rough Riders will now go to the Division III Region 12 quarterfinals, and most likely will take on Tip City. And, of course, we believe that Tip City will host another round down there. So if all things shake out, we anticipate the Rough Riders going to Tip City to take on Tippecanoe. So it should be a good ball game. But nonetheless, Zach, what a big win for this Rough Riders. I thought they were down and out, and they were struggling a little bit, looking a little sluggish defensively. Miami Trace started picking them apart. They took the lead, and the Rough Rider defense didn't give up. They made some big plays. Of course, Miami Trace had some costly errors at the end that put the situation in like third and real long. But nonetheless, the Rough Riders hang in there. They didn't give up, and that's the play right there of the game as far as I'm concerned.
Great job on the other end by Childs of intercepting the ball. But this was the play of the game by far. 4th and 20, and Riders said, we're just going to go for the end zone. Parker Beam comes back to the ball. How many times have we seen him make some great interceptions this year? This was coming up here as the interception by
Levi Childs.
Logan Childs.
Logan, I'm sorry. Oh, mercy, Logan.
Logan Childs with the interception there to seal the deal. Great job by the defense on that last drive. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You can never give up on this football game, right?
Never
doubt yourself.
And that's kind of like the Rough Riders have done all season long. It seems like they just have a never give up attitude. And because the Rough Riders many, many times over this year have come up with big plays at big times, you never can count them out.
It's just I'm lost for words, Joe.
You are.
There were so many mistakes made by the Riders tonight.
Yep.
Opportunities that they didn't take advantage of. They seemed a little flat on several drives. Mm-hmm. But if a team believes and they believe till the very last whistle, miracles can happen sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, the Rough Riders probably, I think it would be safe to say that they threw more than 12 yards in this particular ball game.
Yeah, definitely helped their average out. Looking at some of the stats, St. Mary's finished with 16 first downs, but Miami Trace had 19. Total yards, 384 yards for St. Mary's, 311 from Miami Trace. St. Mary's was 4 for 6 passing with 1 touchdown, a big touchdown there at the end. St. Mary's had 113 passing yards Miami Trace had 196. Rushing, St. Mary's 45 rushes for 271. Miami Trace 30 rushes for 115. St. Mary's had 9 penalties for 50 yards. Miami Trace had 7 penalties for 45 yards. Third down conversions, St. Mary's was 4 for 10. Miami Trace 4 for 12. Average drive start, St. Mary's 37.8. Miami Trace 36.6. Time of possession, St. Mary's 22 minutes, 30 seconds. Miami Trace 25 minutes, 30 seconds. We talked about the 8 and 9 teams, 8 and 9 seeds being pretty even. We saw an even matchup tonight.
There you see Parker Beam right there in the middle, number 37. I tell you, go ahead with the stats.
Looking at individuals, Dominic Osborne, 15 rushes for 114 yards and a touchdown. Caleb Schmidt, 12 rushes, 85 yards and a touchdown. Colton Mabry, 11 rushes, 79 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, Jacob Kessler, two catches for 50 yards. Parker Beam, 1 catch for 41 yards. Keaton Fishball, we forgot about that play.
Yep, that was big.
The lonesome polecat, one very big catch for 15 yards. Looking at Miami Trace, Trey Robinette, 16 on 28 attempts for 196 yards and a touchdown. Julian Baker, 15 rushes for 39 yards and 2 touchdowns. Certainly only 39 yards, but it was an excellent rusher. We saw why he's got some D1 looks. Trey Robinette led the rushers with 11 rushes for 60 yards for Miami Trace. So your thoughts, Joe?
Well, it was just one heck of a ball game for the Roughriders. It was one of those never give up, never say die type of a ball game. I tell you what, this upcoming week in the Bo Fry show, usually we show clips of each and every game. This week will be 3 clips. That's all I'm having. It'll be the touchdown pass to Parker Beam, the catch to Keaton Fishbach. That was big to keep the ball, and the final interception by Logan Childs. And I'll tell you what, and
we see the student section there, big melting pot with the
absolutely.
Players. They are enjoying this. Enjoy the what a last football game on your home field for the seniors.
Yep, absolutely. So the Roughriders win it, and they will move on to the quarterfinal round of Division III Region 12, where we anticipate they will take on Tip City, who were winning over Oxford Talawanda in their ball game, and we think that will possibly be at home. I think they'll be able to host because they are the higher seed, that they will host another round.
Yeah,
in the
we'll be going
game.
to Tip City next week.
So that'll be where we'll be, and of course, we live another day to play another game. So we're glad you stayed with us here on Rider Nation Station for an outstanding ball game. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors who have been with us all season long. They're going to be with us for another game. And, of course, we'll travel to Tip City to bring you the game. And, of course, Rider Nation Station, as I mentioned, will be there, and it should be a good ball game. So we got the Bo Fry show again next week and the rules of the game with Bill Krug. So just stay tuned and watch those. So, once again, for all our Rider Nation Station crew, Doug Spencer, Ross Henshin, Justin Chisholm on camera, Dave Weilbacher, Logan Yelton, and Rich Spencer in the truck.
And Susan was with
and
us
Susan
tonight.
Is in there. She snuck in somewhere in there, but we want to thank all the folks of our staff that made this game possible. So once again, the Riders run their record to 9-2 on the season with a 28-24 win over Miami Trace. The Panthers will finish the season 7-4. So once again, for my colleague Zach Farrell, I'm Joe Hurlburt. Until next week, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.